Hello again, and here I am on the busy streets of London, excited to be able to tell you about a whole series of very special auctions taking place here at Sotheby's on the 29th of June and the 6th of July, ranging from Old Master to modern and contemporary, and they include a mass of masterpieces. So let's get going. As well as the exceptional sales of Old Master and modern and contemporary art, Sotheby's is marking Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee with an evening auction dedicated to the best of British art. So I'm going to begin with what is, for me, the crown jewel of the Jubilee sale, a painting that brings together two of the greatest British artists of the 20th century, a portrait of Lucian Freud by Francis Bacon. And here to talk to me about it is Tom Edison. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Andrew.
So tell me, what date was this picture painted?
So this was painted in 1964, really at the height of Bacon's power, and 20 years into their friendship, as you say, of the two heavyweights of British art of certainly the last 100 years.
It feels to me confrontational. There's Lucian in his painting clothes, the loose shirt, sleeves rolled up, but his fists are clenched. It's almost as if he might be squaring up to Francis Bacon. And Bacon, for his part, it's almost as if he's pinned Lucian like a butterfly. There he is, the human animal, exposed.
And what's really interesting, I think, is the contrast between the really visceral nature of the treatment of the figure in the face and this wonderful, rich colour background, which Francis has employed really for the first time in the 60s.
Well, I think this is really aggressive. I think he's been looking at American painting of the time. He's been looking particularly at Mark Rothko. And it's as if he's saying, Rothko, it's not enough. Colour field painting, it's not enough. I can do that. I have done it. But it's nothing without the figure. The figure has to be at the heart of painting.
Exactly. I guess sort of in the age of abstraction and modernism, figuration has dealt the final blow.
And in that sense, Lucian and Francis were on the same team.
Absolutely. Which is so fascinating.
There's a tremendous amount of improvisation in it, and Francis is the opposite of Lucien as a painter. Lucien's so careful, so precise, especially at this time. But Francis is improvising. I mean, that face has been formed partly by brushstrokes made through chance, and yet the miracle of it is that it still looks like Lucien.
And chance and accident was exactly what Francis looked for in painting, and you have this confidence of a brushstroke, of this painterly bravura that he's able to wield up and get the sense of the sitter. As you say, they were wildly different in terms of their technique, but what they wanted from each other and what they wanted from the sitters was this pulsations of a person, the intense intimacy of who they were portraying.
Two men conversing on one canvas. Thanks very much, Tom.
Pleasure, Andrew.
Now I want to show you another portrait of an artist, a rather different picture. This time it's a self-portrait, and I'm joined by Helena Newman. So tell me about this rather fascinating image, Helena. Who is it?
Well, this is a self-portrait, in fact his earliest ever self-portrait, by the German expressionist artist Ernst Ludwig Kirchner, painted in 1907. It's full of life and joy and colour. And I think what you see really clearly is the influence of Van Gogh.
The pipe, the broken brushstrokes. I think he's also looking a bit at the fauves, the wild beasts, as it were, you know, the non-naturalistic colour, the greens, the red around the eyes.
Totally. I mean, this movement was taking place in Germany at the same time as the French fauves. But what we know that Kirchner saw was the work of Van Gogh. In fact, he attended an exhibition in Dresden in 1904, and at that show was the famous self-portrait of Van Gogh with the straw hat and pipe. So you've got this very obvious influence of the older artists kind of giving power, energy and life force to this new group in Germany, the Brücke.
Absolutely, it's the energy of the avant-garde. And he's a determined bohemian, isn't he, with his pipe and the ruffled brushstrokes. He's already, I think, one of the founder members of that movement called the Brücke, the bridge. So this is the German avant-garde actually making itself, as we see, before our eyes.
Yes, this is him leading that group, together with Schmidt-Rottluff, who was the first owner of this painting, and charging ahead into the 20th century.
Terrific, full of energy. You know, before I let you go, I saw out of the corner of my eye a painting a little bit earlier than this, but also full of that energy of the avant-garde. I wonder if we could go and have a look at it.
Absolutely.
It's called The Wave. So, Helena, an unusual and very intriguing thing, a wonderful painting by a man whom we don't normally think of as a painter.
Exactly. Strindberg, I mean, the great Swedish modernist playwright, writer, poet, and here he is as a painter. I mean, what a wonderful polymath he was, and this extraordinary painting is one of his most important work. It's interesting because he turned to painting to express the real inner kind of angst, the inner passions and anguishes of his life when words weren't enough.
It's fascinating because I think he painted these pictures often when he became blocked. So there he is in his theatre at Stockholm, and he's telling those he's working with that he wants to reinvent theatre to the point where he wants a play that doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end, maybe it doesn't even have a middle. And then he goes out and he paints these swelling seas. It's as if he wants to paint his own creative urges.
Exactly, and when he goes into painting, it's almost non-figurative. I mean, you can see the beginnings of abstraction here. If you think of what's going to come with Rothko, it's already laid here in this painting.
Very much like Rothko. In fact, there is a case for him to be seen as one of the founding fathers of abstract painting, along with Kandinsky. The wave actually reminds me of something Robert Hughes once said about Courbet. He said, Courbet paints waves like beefsteak. They're veined with fat, the surf. and it's a meaty wave, isn't it?
Full of drama and angst, exactly, yes.
Thank you so much for showing this to me. It's one of my favourite things, I think, in the whole auction. But I now have an appointment with Andy Warhol, so if you'll forgive me, Helena.
Thank you.
I must leave you. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
So I'm here to look at another of the highlights of the modern and contemporary sale, Andy Warhol's self-portrait 1986. And here again to talk to me about it is Tom Edison. Tom, I remember seeing these in 1986 at Anthony Dauphé's gallery in Deering Street, just around the corner. Lots of different colours. This is the white one, but there were reds, there were greens, and I was so struck by them.
Exactly. They were conceived by the gallerist Anthony Doffé with Andy and shown for the first time here in London in 1986, so just a year before his untimely death. So we're confronted with this, monumental self-portrait, and we see Andy here staring intently at the viewer, and it's a very powerful picture. And as you say, this was done in 1986, and it's really looking back at himself as an artist. Self-portraiture was a theme within his painting, but he hadn't really done a series since the 1960s. So what we see here is really an artist confronting his own fame and celebrity and almost becoming as famous as the celebrities that he portrayed himself.
I remember finding out that he died, I think, less than a year after that exhibition took place, and suddenly these images acquired for me a different kind of resonance. They seemed almost like anticipations of his own death, images of himself as a ghost before he became one.
Exactly, they're incredibly haunting, and it's sort of the final statement of artist intent, and him looking at himself and his history as an artist and his place within his own sort of factory life, as it were.
I suppose his two greatest preoccupations coming together in one image: death and celebrity.
Exactly.
So we've got something very different, very, very different, more contemporary. Tell me about this. I think this is a really interesting work.
Exactly. So this is by the British artist Lynette Yiadom-Boakye, and this was painted in 2018. So we're seeing, a figurative artist in the 21st century now, and the sort of evolution of figurative painting. And what we see here is this sort of dual portrait, as it were, these two figures. Now, unlike the Warhol or indeed the Bacon, Boakye's figures are not known subjects. They're stemmed from imagination, from magazines and newspapers, and it's the idea of humanity. So there's a narrative and a sort of commonality between the viewer. You see these introspective gazes, there's very powerful, intense and quiet moments, and there's palpable tension within the canvas. But I think we can relate more to the sitters because they are unknown. We see the humanity in ourselves within them.
They remind me of the painting of everyday life, as the French Impressionists called it. And there's an awful lot of that, it seems to me, in this painting, this study in ordinariness that yet is filled with humanity, and a kind of sadness and melancholy as well.
We see a wonderful bravura of subtle modulations of tone and colour, which is really letting the figure and the pulsations of the figures speak to the fore, and ultimately incredibly relatable to us as humans.
Also in the Jubilee sale is this tremendous painting by an artist who died tragically very young, Pauline Boty, and I'm joined by Francis Christie, and I know that you particularly love Pauline Boty's work, so tell us a little bit about this painting.
So first of all, it's incredibly rare to see Pauline's work at auction. She died very young, and so there isn't that much out there. And this is special. It's called With Love to Jean-Paul Belmondo, who was a real hero of hers. But it's also rare because it's a female artist portraying what was her lust and desire on canvas, which seems normal today. But back in 1962, when this was painted, it was only really male artists who were painting their pin-ups in quite such an explicit fashion. And it becomes even more of a story because you have above him this incredible exploding rose, which was a bit of a symbol in her work for the female orgasm. And then across the top, you've got this frieze of love hearts, which in itself is a very pop motif.
Fantastic. There's something almost Georgia O'Keeffe-like about this orgasmic rose blossom. And yet it could only be a work of pop art, the way that it's collaged together, the way that it combines these different languages. Now, Francis, this is an image that's really caught my eye. You're talking about rarity in Pauline Boty. This is by Edward Burra, but this is really rare. It's from the Barbara Hepworth collection, and I suppose if you wanted to have a single image that summed up everything that made Burra who he was in his early life, this would be it. It's got so many of his obsessions in it. He loved Parisian nightlife. He hung out round this particular record shop. You've got the high finish, the characters, the caricatures, the beginnings of English surrealism, I think, almost. And it's all here in this one watercolour.
And he leaves us with a message, Prenez mon cœur, which was a hit song at the time, Take My Heart.
Very Burra. Take my heart dearie, as he would have said. He's very camp, Edward Burra. I mean, it's such a wonderful document of the jazz age, it seems to me, full of that buzz and excitement.
Now I want to move us from the excitement of 1930s Paris into our next gallery, which is an entirely different atmosphere. It's much lighter.
Gosh, how beautiful. I see paintings of nature, paintings of clouds, paintings of light, and I see this. How wonderful.
Yeah, this very rare, unique, carved beechwood sculpture by Barbara Hepworth from 1945.
45.
With these wonderful elliptical curves and these voids that you can look through.
So she's just discovered the Cornish landscape. She's moved there just a few years before.
1939. And what really inspired her was the openness of the sea, the colour, the bright tones, and then obviously the waves themselves. And I think you feel this in this sculpture. The wonderful curves, the movement in it, it feels quite melodic in a way, it feels musical.
Yes, it does. What I like about it is the extent to which it seems to conjure up something vast within the scope of a sculpture that's actually very small, but it nonetheless makes me feel of large, contoured landscape stretching out to the sky. And I also wonder if she wasn't thinking a little bit, in some part of her, thinking about what she called Cornwall as a pagan landscape, somewhere where you'd find standing stones, whether there might not be some reference to those old forms, ancient forms of native art in the actual form of the object.
It does have a very timeless quality. It feels very present, but yet looks back to the past, and she did call it elegy.
Thank you so much, Francis, but I'm going to say goodbye to you and hello to Thomas Boyd Bowman, and we're going to talk about Monet, because this picture from 1880, so fresh and on such an impressive scale. I mean, this is a rare thing.
It is indeed. It dates from an extraordinary period in the artist's life when he's actually moved away from Paris, even farther outside into the French countryside. He's gone to a town called Vertoil, really, a very small medieval village, with his family. But it's also a moment of extraordinary progression in his art, when he's moving away from the developments of the 1870s into what I like to think of as pure Impressionism.
He's painting nature, and nature alone, in a sense. Yes, there's this cursory smear of a boat with a lady in a parasol, but it's that feeling of the river flowing in that direction and perhaps the clouds going in the other direction. You have this sense of almost cosmic time, although it looks at first sight like almost like a view of nature. It's a view of the processes of nature. I have the feeling that Monet is almost rushing headlong towards the work of his later life. I can almost feel some of the water lily's energy in this patch of water on the left, with the weeds and the reeds playing just beneath the surface of the water.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the picture is one of very grand ambition, not just in the scope, the panoramic view of Vertoil itself, but the development of so many different techniques and the way that it presages what he goes on to achieve in the 1890s and indeed his sort of final decades as the master of light and an atmosphere.
And thanks to Monet's wonderful technique, I really think this picture is as fresh as the day it was painted. Thank you so much for showing it to me.
No, pleasure.
Lovely to see you. Now we're just going to take a little brief interlude, me on my own looking at something that I love. I didn't want you not to see this. It's one of my favourite things here in Sotheby's at the moment. Just a little cloud study by John Constable made in around 1821, 1822. Oil on paper, laid on canvas. He's looking up at the sky, he's looking up at the clouds. Some might say he's inventing Impressionism before Impressionism ever existed. And there's also a kind of melancholy edge to these images because Constable's moved to Hampstead above London precisely because his wife Maria is dying of tuberculosis. She can't get enough air into her lungs. So when he's looking up at the sky, I think he's, as it were, in his painting, imagining the power to breathe air into his wife's lungs. So a beautiful little painting, and a poignant one too. Now, clouds and melancholy, Gerhard Richter. Emma Baker's with me. A cloud painting's never just a painting of clouds, is it?
No, certainly not, especially when they're done by Gerhard Richter. So his cloud paintings from the late 1960s, early 1970s, he's leaving behind his photo paintings of the 60s and then looking to other avenues for exploration. And really what he's doing is taking on the mantle of Romanticism and German history and thinking about that and how painting a landscape as a German artist was problematic in many ways, especially these romantic landscapes.
Yeah, I think he's part of a German generation that was very aware of the extent to which Hitler and the Nazis had twisted the German romantic tradition and imposed upon it their own ideas about, in quotes, purity and beauty and nature. And he's reinvestigating that. It seems to me it's almost as if he's painting the fact of his own inability to paint a pure romantic painting. He can't do that.
He's looking at it from a problematic point of view. So taking on that history, looking at it for the postmodern moment as an artist, as the first generation after the Second World War, and then also looking at it from a very conceptual point of view. So looking at it in light of minimalism and abstraction, and thinking about nature and clouds as organic abstraction. So he's doing lots of different things and like totally reinventing the genre of landscape.
So he's from Dresden.
He is.
Like Caspar David Friedrich.
Like Caspar David Friedrich.
So, and when Friedrich paints a beautiful sky or a sunset, Friedrich sees God, or tries to see God. It seems to me that when Richter paints it, he sees the dark clouds of history, the clouds from which the bombers came down over Dresden. You know, that this isn't just an innocent depiction of the natural world.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely conscious of that when he's looking at these tropes and looking at romanticism from a different point of view that's very relevant for the contemporary moment. I think in contrast to that, it's great to see another artist looking at landscape and reinventing landscape. If we take a walk through to the main gallery, then we can see a painting by David Hockney.
Well, it certainly is a contrast.
It really is. It's
Richter kind of holds you at a distance, whereas Hockney wants you to enter his landscape.
It certainly does. You just want to walk right into this panoramic woodland expanse of East Yorkshire.
Do you think he's got the ghosts of other artists in his mind when he's painting these pictures, that maybe he's thinking about Monet's panoramas in the Nymphéas painting?
Totally, and it was in 2006 when this particular panoramic expanse was painted that he saw Monet's Nymphéas in its full glory in France. And he's definitely looking at Monet, looking at the past, and also thinking about the great British landscape painters, such as Constable. And there was a great exhibition at Tate Britain in 2006, which was hugely impactful for Hockney. And he's doing something that's taking up the en plein air painters of the Impressionist movement and painting outside and taking these canvases to the woodland and painting in situ.
I can't help thinking also of his work, because David's such a theatrical character, and he's such a, he's got such a tremendous sense of self-projection, and he loves theatre, and he's done so many wonderful stage designs. And I can't help thinking that there's a little bit of that here too, that you feel as if you're confronted by almost like a stage version of nature.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what's so inviting about these paintings. Like, he's thinking about, looking, and he's thinking about, as a painter of the 21st century, what you have to do to represent reality and nature, and it's not verisimilitude anymore. You're not reproducing what life looks like necessarily, but reproducing the experience of it. And I think that's what you get in these different canvases put together, these different sort of paintings in their own right, but you put them together and you have something that is just all-encompassing.
There's so much joy in these paintings, so much immersion in nature. Hockney in his later years. Wonderful. Thank you so much for showing it to me.
Thank you.
And forgive me, but I have to go this way to continue on my lightning tour, where Julian Gascoigne is waiting for me.
Lovely to see you. How are you?
Lovely to see you. I'm very well. All the better for seeing this, which, if I'm not wrong, is Richard Parkes Bonington.
You are not wrong. This is a wonderful, serene, early morning beach scene by Bonington. We don't know the exact location, but somewhere in the region of Calais and Dunkirk, where he grew up as a teenager in an area that had huge personal resonance for Bonington. It's a particularly important picture because it's one of two paintings that he chose to launch his career in Britain, having grown up in France. And they caused a sensation at the British Institution in 1826 when they were shown. The British critics had never come across this artist, they didn't know who he was very young, in his early 20s, and he suddenly bursts onto the scene with this incredible confidence and vigour.
Yes, he's sort of the rising sun of the British art scene.
Absolutely, absolutely. He was a real prodigy of the art scene at the time, and you know, tragic that he died so early when he was 25. I always think that Bonington's one of those great what-ifs of art history. You know, had he lived, had he gone on like Turner and Constable to paint into his 50s and 60s, what would he have achieved?
I certainly think Turner believed he would have been one of the great British artists.
Absolutely, and Turner in fact painted a eulogy to him after his death, and really saw him as one of the few contemporaries who was, you know, inheriting his legacy and taking landscape painting forward.
Now, talking of Turner, there was one other picture that I wanted to have a chat with you about, which I think is just over here. So, this is quite a surprise. This is something that's really come out of the woodwork.
Absolutely. This emerged a few years ago, and it was an untraced, unknown early work by Turner, painted in about 1796 when the artist was in his early 20s. And it's remarkable for a number of reasons. First of all, its scale for this date in his work as a watercolour, and it's also its sophistication in terms of the composition and the sense of perspective, but also, most remarkably, for its subject matter. This is London, obviously, with the wonderful view of the river, and you've got Westminster Abbey and the Westminster Bridge and the Banqueting House here, and then it's the Somerset House sort of gleaming in the distance. Obviously, Turner is a London artist. He was born in London, and he lived or had a base in London throughout his entire life, eventually died in Chelsea. And yet, views of London by him are extremely rare. And I don't think there's been a major view of London by Turner on the market for over a quarter of a century.
What a wonderful thing to have dug out in time for a Jubilee sale, because this is absolutely, this is the same London that the Queen has grown up with.
Absolutely, and many of the buildings that obviously feature so prominently in the Jubilee celebrations and ceremony are featured in this watercolour, so it's a very exciting picture to have for the sale.
Grand, thank you so much. Well, I have to leave you, and I have to go back in time, even earlier than the 18th century. I have an appointment with old master paintings. So, last but definitely not least, I want to look at two of the great highlights of the Old Master sale, and here to tell me about them is George Gordon. Hi, George.
Andrew, it's very good to see you.
Tell me about this picture, which I think is so fascinating and yet mysterious.
Well, you've seen great artworks by great artists this morning, but I'm going to show you a great artwork that's anonymous. We don't know who painted this painting of the Crowning of Thorns. We do know, or can be pretty confident, it was painted in the second decade of the 17th century, almost certainly by a Dutchman in Rome, and very much under the influence of Caravaggio, an artist that you know very well indeed.
Well, absolutely. You know, you've got the sunburnt man of the soil inflicting terrible tortures on this emaciated figure of Christ. What I think is interesting about these Dutch followers of Caravaggio is that, if anything, they turn up the volume on the agony and the torture. I mean, the crown of thorns isn't just being placed on his head, it's being squeezed down, and it's almost as if his body's being forced out of the canvas.
Yes, towards us. It's literally in our face. It's incredibly dramatic, and these ruddy peasant types. I mean, they brought something of Holland to Rome and then produced masterpieces like this, but we still don't know who painted it.
No, interesting. It's very, very high quality, but we don't know exactly who. Now, can you tell me something about this picture? Because I think this is fascinating. And an unusual thing to see at auction, a painting by one of the Van der Velde family. Looks to me like it must be from the date, something to do with one of those wars, one of the Anglo-Dutch wars.
Well, we can be precise about it. It's the 13th of June, 1666, the third day of the 4 days battle in the Second Anglo-Dutch War, and this is a scene of great shame. This is the English flagship, the Royal Sovereign, ran aground on the Galloper Shoal in the middle of the North Sea due to poor navigation. They could have refloated her, but they didn't do it. Somebody panicked, they pulled down the flag, they surrendered, they jumped in the water, and here we see the Dutch ship, the Gouda, that actually took the surrender, but the Dutch admiral has already moved his flag onto this ship, and he's sending on these little rowing boats the Dutch flags to be raised on their great trophy. But what is really exciting about this in the middle of the fog of war, and it's literally the fog of war, this is gunpowder smoke in the background, is this little ship here, which is a galliot. And on the galliot, if you look very closely, you can see a hunched figure looking intently at the stern of the Royal Sovereign and drawing. And that is Willem van der Velde the Elder, in fact, the father of van der Velde the Younger, who painted the picture. But they ran a family workshop, and the elder van der Velde went to sea with the Dutch fleet. He was given a galliot. The commander of the galliot was told, you have to go wherever van der Velde wants you to go, and he's right in the action here. So this is the dawn of reportage.
So Holland 5, England 0, I was there. Terrific.
Exactly.
Thank you, George. How wonderful. So there you have it, a sense-stunning range of work from Old Master to modern and contemporary. Now, if you'd like to come and see it all for yourselves in person, the galleries are now open for viewing, and the auctions themselves take place on the 29th of June and the 6th of July. But until next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.
At 300,000, 350.
£43 million, 44 million.
At £1,600,000 now.
Sold.
Sold.
Sold to you.
Welcome to live-streamed auctions at Sotheby's. Since last year, over 30 million people have tuned in as we brought art and the art of auctions into your homes. We thought it would be a good time to explain who we are and a little bit about the auction process.
We're specialists from various departments who train to acquire the skills needed to become auctioneers. The hammer's up and I can sell it at £4 million now with Brooke Lampley. Thank you very much.
They are Sotheby's stuff from all around the world. Often clients prefer to relay their bids to representatives who are present at auction. You'll see sometimes us covering the mouth when speaking. That is to prevent a client's confidentiality, because sometimes people can read our lips.
1,300,000 is the lady in the room, and he's given me a hold sign.
So what does this hand signal mean? This is how we tell the auctioneer that we're still in discussion with our client whether they're going to make a bid or not. It's a way of asking the auctioneer not to hammer down.
Usually the person who speaks to the auctioneer is the bid clerk. This person can assist the auctioneer by spotting bidders, recording successful bid amounts and paddle numbers, and by communicating any last-minute changes. Traditionally, they are sat next to the auctioneer, but for some live streams, we give them a microphone to speak into the auctioneer's ear directly.
Each lot is given a low and high estimate, representing the opinion of Sotheby's experts about the range in which the lot might sell at auction. Estimates are based on the property's condition, rarity, quality, provenance, and recent auction prices of comparable works of art.
We'll start the bidding here at £9 million, at £9 million.
A reserve price is the minimum price the consignor is willing to accept and below which a lot will not be sold. This amount is confidential and will not exceed the low estimate.
This is a warning, sometimes given by the auctioneer, that the hammer is about to come down on a lot.
Fair warning, I'm selling now.
The fair warning offers one last chance to the bidders to increase their bidding.
Sold. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. 922.
When a client registers to bid in the sale, they are given an assigned number so that we can identify the winning bidder.
If a lot has not sold and will now sell, or a client has bid in error and there is someone else who wants to work now, then a lot may be reopened. But this is at the discretion of the auctioneer.
At the end of a sale, if every lot has been successfully sold, it is called a white glove sale.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks so much. The full digital catalogues for all of our auctions are available to view online at SOTHEBY'S.com. Please also visit our website should you want to register to bid. Thank you for watching and enjoy the auction.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome from Sotheby's here in London. My name is Oliver Barker, and I will be your auctioneer for a special sale of British art in celebration of Her Majesty the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. It's been a huge pleasure to welcome over 30,000 of you into our galleries over the past month. As per tradition, summer is the season when the art world converges in London, but this is proving to be a season unlike any other. It's great to see that energy reflected in our room today with colleagues from as far afield as Mexico, Argentina, Dubai and Hong Kong manning our telephones. Presented in partnership with Aston Martin, today's auction brings together standout works from across 4 centuries, from William Turner and John Constable to Frank Auerbach and David Hockney. To my right, you will see the star of the summer season, Francis Bacon's incredible portrait of Lucian Freud, painted in 1964. This is truly a masterpiece that, until our recent unveiling, had remained completely unseen for over half a century in a private collection. Once our sale has concluded, I will then be passing the baton to my colleague Helena Newman, who will lead us through the modern and contemporary evening auction. Just before we get into the action, please note the following announcements. As your auctioneer, I may open the bidding on any lot by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I may further bid on behalf of the seller up to the amount of the reserve by placing responsive or consecutive bids for a lot. For those who are intending to bid, please note the following. There is a guarantee on lot number 32. There is a guarantee and an irrevocable bid on each of the following lots: 1, 4, 8, 9 and 10. And lot number 19 has been withdrawn. So we turn, of course, to the very first lot. This wonderful work here, the John Constable, the Cloud Study, is showing on the screens for you, all around the room here. And I'm going to start the auction here with this lot with a fair amount of interest here. And I can start the bidding at £80,000, 80,000, 85,000, 90,000, 95,000, no, £95,000. At 95,000, 100,000 with Isabel on the telephone here at 100,000, 110,000 is in the room. 120,000 with a new bidder, 130,000. It's your bid, sir, at 130,000. Gentleman on the aisle here at 130,000. Madam, you're going to go on at £130,000. 140,000 is Charlie Minter's bid. 150,000 is back with you, sir, in the room. At 150,000. Gentleman's seated here at 150,000 against you, Charlie. 160 now is bid. 170 now.
175, please.
No, next bid's going to be 80. It's 170,000. Say 80, Charlie. At 170,000, give me 80. 180,000 is bid. 190 now. Thank you so much. At 190,000. Here, 190, 200,000 in a new place with Francis Christie at £200,000. At £200,000, there it is on the telephone at £200,000. Here it is at £200,000. Want to try 20 at £200,000. Still with Francis here, 220,000. Thank you, Charlie. At £220,000. It's against you on this side. It's Charlie Minter's bidder at £220,000. £240,000. Thank you. Caroline's bidder at £240,000. Next bid's going to be 60. £260. There it is. At £260,000 now. Still with Charlie, 280,000 is your bid now, Caroline, at 280. And against you, Charlie, this time at 300,000. Thank you, sir. At £300,000. It's Charlie Minter's bidder at 300,000. You're bidding, sir. At 300,000. 320 now is bid. 320. At 320,000. Say 40, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
At 320 now. On this side is Caroline's bid. I'll take 330 from you, Sam, at this point. At 330. It's another new bidder here at 330,000 with Sam Vallette. You're bidding, sir. 330,000. 340 now. It's Tom Pod. Give me 60, just to aid us along here at 340,000. Any of you want to say 60? 350. I tried. At 350,000. Thank you, Caroline. At 350,000. It's your bid. It's against you. Thank you. 360,000. It's Tom's bidder here. Thank you, Tom. 360 is against you in several places. 370 is bid. At least 3 of you are in now. At 370,000 for the Constable. £370,000 here. 380,000 again. It's back with Tom again at 380,000. Thank you. 380 you out, Charlie. All on this side now at £380,000 against the room here at 380. 390 is bid now. Thank you. 390,000. What a bid, sir. At 390,000 on this telephone here at £390,000. Against you this time, Tom, at 390. Up here at 390. Still with Caroline at 390,000. 400,000. Thank you, Julian. It's Julian Gascoigne, head of our British Pictures Department. New bidder here at £400,000. Thank you, Julian. 410,000 against you, Julian, this time at £410,000. Give me 20. 420 now, it's bid. It's back with Julian again at £420,000. There it is, at 420. Next bid's 30. At 420,000, all we use. Still, Julian, 430,000. Thank you, Julian, at £430,000 here on my left. 430. 440. At £440,000. 50. 60. At £460,000. Here it is. Julian Gascoigne's bid at £470,000. For this exquisite object here at £470,000, £480,000 is bid. It's back with Julian again at £480,000. Bidding, sir? At £480,000. It's against you in the room. It's all on the telephone. Still at £480,000. Julian Gascoigne's bidder here. £490,000. Thank you, Karen. At £490,000. Let's make it a round number, Julian. £490,000. £500,000 is bid at £500,000. Thank you, Julian. At your bid at £500,000. On this side, Karen, against you here at £500,000. Want to say? I'll take 510. Absolutely, at £510,000. It's still with you now at £510,000. At £510,000 on my left. £520,000. Thank you, Julian. At £520,000. £520,000. On this side, Caroline, against you this time, at £520,000. £530,000. £530,000. At £530,000. Any more? £530,000. Julian. At £530,000. £540,000. You're bidding, Simon, there. £540,000. Julian's bid now this time at £540,000. £550,000. £550,000. £560,000. Thank you. At £560,000. £560,000. There it is. On this side, still with Julian, at £560,000. Caroline, we're going to go on? At £560,000. It's here on this side. It's Julian Gascoigne's bidder at £560,000. I'm looking for one last bid from you at £560,000. Any more? £560,000. Caroline? Tell them there's another cloud painting coming up a little bit later if they want to have a go at that one instead. At £560,000. Still with Julian? £570,000. Don't let it go. At £570,000. £580,000. Thank you. At £580,000. I know your client knows how good this picture is. At £580,000. Let's say one more. At £580,000. It's here with Julian at £580,000. Caroline? At £580,000. I'm selling it this time. Thank you anyway. Fair warning, at £580,000. Julian, that's yours. Thank you very much indeed. At panel number 13. Thank you very much indeed. And we move on to lot number 2, property from the B-Boy family collection, this time the Dame Magdalene Odundo, the Untitled, Soldier's View. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Showing on the screens, of course, for you here, the wonderful vessel here, the Untitled. And I'm going to start the bidding here with some interest at 40,000, 45,000, 50,000, 55,000, now 55,000, 60,000 I have already. It's in the book at 60,000. And sell it at £60,000. Now it's against you, Gregoire, at £60,000. At 60,000. Any more at 60,000. Still my bid, 65,000, 70,000 is my bid. It's with a commission bid at £70,000 and I can sell at £70,000. At 70,000, are you out, Craig? 75,000. I'm out this time. It's your bid at £75,000. At 75,000, 80,000. It's in a new place with Lisa Dennison at £80,000 now. At 80,000. Thank you, Lisa. It's your bid. It's against you, Gregoire. 85,000 is your bid, sir. 90,000, David. You saying at 90,000 with a new place at David Schrader at £90,000. 95,000 is Lisa Dennison now. And amongst the three of you here at £95,000 here. It's with Lisa at 95 and against you, David, and against you, Gregoire. £100,000 with Gregoire this time. Here on this side at £100,000. Thank you, Greg. At 100,000. Give me 10. At £100,000. Still with Gregoire at £100,000. 110,000 is Lisa's bidder at £110,000. 110,000. Next bid's going to be 20. Here at 110,000. On this side, it's Lisa Dennison's bid at 110, and against you, Greg, at 110,000. Fair warning now at 110,000. What a bid? 120. Thank you, David. And against you now, 130 is bid. Here at 130,000. It's David Schrader's bid at 130,000. It's against you there, and against you in the room as well at £130,000. You're bidding, sir? At 130. Yes, your bid at 130,000. I'll take 140 from Tom Pod, actually, in a new place, at 140,000. Thank you, Tom, at 140,000. 140, and against you, against the four of you, 150. Thank you, Lisa. It's yours at 150,000. Tom, give me 60. At 150, 160 now. He's going on at 160,000 pounds. 170 is bid. Thank you so much. At 170. At 170,000 pounds. 180. Thank you, Tom. It's yours again at 180. And against you here, 180,000 pounds. 180. At 180,000 pounds. Any more at 180. 190. Thank you, Lisa. At 190,000 pounds. There it is, 190,000. 200,000. Thank you, Tom. It's yours again at 200,000. Here on this side, it's Tom Pod's bidder, and against you, Lisa, at 200,000. At 200,000 pounds. You're bidding, sir. It's Tom's bidder at 200,000 pounds. Against you this time, Lisa. At 200,000. We're saying another one. At 200,000. 210,000. Thank you. It's back with you again, Lisa, at 210,000. Here on this side, at 210,000 pounds now. 210. 220. Thank you, Tom. At 220,000. At 220,000 this time now. 220. 240. Thank you very much indeed. I like that bid at 240,000. Thank you, Lisa. Tom, do you want to say 60? At 240,000. At 240,000 pounds. Still with Lisa, are you out, sir? At 240,000 with Lisa Dennison this time, and selling. It's against you, Gregoire. And against you on this side, Tom and David. It's at 240,000. I'm selling it here. It's Lisa's bidder at 240,000 pounds. Thank you, Lisa. It's your bid. It's panel number 17. Thank you very much indeed. At 240,000 pounds. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And we move on to the Flora Jukhnovic, the Boucher's Flesh, the wonderful penny here showing behind the telephone banks there. Barmy, thank you very much. Ably modelling our wonderful Jukhnovic there. Thank you very much indeed. And I can open the bidding here, of course, with a certain amount of interest. Sotheby's, of course, having set the last two world record prices for the artist's work, and I can start at a very reasonable level of 120,000, 120,000, 140,000, 160,000.
200 from Hong Kong.
180,000 from Hong Kong. Thank you very much indeed. Felix, 180,000, 200,000. Thank you very much indeed. 240,000, 260,000, 280,000, 300,000 is my bid. 320, 350 is mine again. 380,000, 400 is in the book. At 400,000, 450,000, £1 million. At £1 million already ahead of you, Basti, you're going to have to do a little better than that. It's £1 million. It's here with Victoria, £1 million. 1,100,000 with Simon. At 1 million, an eruption of bidding at 1 million, 1,200,000, 1 million 3, 1,300,000, 1,400,000. He's saying 5. It's at 1,400,000 here. It's Felix's bidder in Hong Kong at 1,400,000. 1,500,000 is bid. Give me 6, please. At £1,500,000 here. Victoria, come in at 6, please. Your bid at 1,500,000. Say 6 over here. Thank you very much indeed. 1,600,000. Charlotte's bid at 1,600,000 on this side. Here, 1,600,000. You want a bid, sir? 1,600,000. I'll take 7 actually this time. At 1,600,000 here. Here it is on this side at 1,600,000. 1,700,000. Thank you very much indeed, Brooke. At 1,700,000. At 1,700,000. Next bid's going to be 8, please. 1,800,000. Thank you very much. 1,800,000. Give me 9, please. At £1,800,000 now.
Yes.
At 1,800,000. Just let it calm down a little bit here at 1,800,000. 1,900,000. It's in a new place with Julian Dawes at £1,900,000. Thank you, Julian.
Well, I'll send you a note.
Head of our modern sales in New York, of course, Julian Dawes at £1,900,000. So your bid, sir, at £1,900,000 against you, Brooke. Give me £2 million, please. At £1,900,000. 1,900,000. At £1,900,000. You bidding there? At 1,900,000. Still with Julian here on this side at £1,900,000. At 1,900,000. At 1,900,000. I'll take 50 at this point. At 1,900,000. I'm going to say 50. At 1,900,000. It's with you, Julian, at 1,900,000. Against you, Brooke, this time here at 1,900,000. Against you, Charlotte, too, 1,900,000. Say one more. At 1,900,000. Brooke, are you out? At 1,900,000, fair warning now, we're going to sell it this time. It's against you, Victoria, it's against you, Simon. On this side, it's Julian Dawes' bidder. The hammer is coming up at 1,900,000, fair warning, and selling for £1,900,000. Thank you, Julian. It's your bid. It's panel number 32 at 1,900,000. Thank you very much indeed. show this wonderful Pauline Boty here, ladies and gentlemen, property from a French private collection. We have, of course, the wonderful portrait of Jean-Paul Belmondo by Pauline Boty, the masterwork of pop art by an artist whose works are unbelievably rare to the market. Of course, this significant, very important work, obviously, wonderful opportunity, great example of British pop art. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £300,000, at 300,000, 350,000, 400,000 now, 400,000, 450,000 pounds, at 450,000 pounds now, 450, at 450,000 pounds, at 450,000 pounds, any more, 450,000 pounds, at 450,000 pounds, 500,000, 500,000, no thank you, 500,000, 750,000, thank you Francis, it's 750,000 pounds. At 750,000 already with Francis at 750,000 pounds. 800,000 is bid. 800,000 in a new place with you, sir, at 800,000 pounds. 850,000 pounds now. In another new place with Victoria Kemper-Franco and against you, sir, at 850,000 pounds. Give me 900,000, please. At 850,000 pounds. At 850,000. It's against you, sir, standing at 850,000 pounds. Still with Victoria. It's against you, Francis, now. At 850,000, do you want to bid? At 880,000 is back with you again, sir, at 880,000 pounds. At 880,000. At 880,000 pounds. Gentlemen, 900,000 is bid. Thank you, Victoria. At 900,000 pounds. There it is. And against you, sir, at 900,000. Want to try 50 this time? At 900,000 pounds with Victoria Kemper-Franco here at 900,000. Is against you seated now, sir, at 900,000 pounds. And I can see you there at 900. At 900,000 pounds. You want to bid, sir, at 900,000. Take your time. At 900,000 pounds. This wonderful picture here, the Pauline Boty at 900,000 pounds. Say one more, sir, at 900,000. 920,000 is bid. Thank you, sir. At 920,000. 950,000 against you now at 950. Still with Victoria, 950,000 pounds there for the Boty at 950. At 950,000. Thank you, Victoria. It's a dramatic moment, the pair of you bidding at the end of the telephone back there. Thank you very much indeed. Couldn't have been scripted better. At 950,000 pounds. It's the lady who's winning at the moment at 950,000. Give me a bid, sir. At 950,000 pounds. At 950, you answer. At 950,000 pounds. Sir, we're going to go on. You out? At 950,000, still with Victoria. I'm going to sell it now. It's against you, sir. Last chance. Fair warning now. At 950,000, breaking the record for the artist for 950,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 7. Thank you so much. And lot number 5 is the wonderful, the Dame Barbara Hepworth, of course, the elegy carved by the artist in 1945 and coming to auction from an American charitable foundation. Here it is, elegy, the wonderful sculpture showing on my left. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm starting the bidding here at 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,500,000 now, 1,500,000, 1,600,000. Thank you, Tom, at 1,600,000, 1,700,000. Thank you, Victoria, 1,700,000. It's your bid at 1,700,000, 1,800,000 is back with Tom again at 1,800,000 now. 1,900,000 is back with Victoria again at 1,900,000. At 1,900,000. £2 million. It's Sam Vallette in a new place at £2 million. Tom, give me one. At £2 million. There it is at £2 million. With Sam Vallette at £2 million here, on my left at £2 million. Say one. At £2 million. At £2 million. Still with Sam Vallette here at £2 million on my left here. 2,100,000. Thank you. At £2,100,000. On this side. Thank you, Tom, at £2,100,000. And against you, Sam, this time at £2,100,000. Here on my right, with Tom Edison at £2,100,000. And against you, Victoria, too, at £2,100,000. You out? You out? At £2,100,000. There it is. Tom's bidder at 2-1. And against you, Sam, still at £2,100,000. Any more? No? At £2,100,000. Here it is. It's on my right. And against you here, Sam, at £2,100,000. Fair warning now. Coming in again. Give me 3. Give me 2 even. At £2,100,000 with Tom. Fair warning now. Last chance. Sam, it's against you here. Yeah? £2.1 million there on my right. We're going to have to sell it now, Sam. Yeah? 2,100,000 on this side. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Sam. Show me, give me a sign of life here at 2,100,000. You saying 2? No. And selling Fair warning. Tom, thank you very much indeed. It's yours. At 2,000,001, it's panel number 35. Thank you so much. And lot number 6 is the Bridget Riley. This time thank you, the Tinct here from 1972. The wonderful work, last offered at auction indeed, in New York in fact, in our New York Serum over 30 years ago, the wonderful Bridget Riley painting, showing on my left. And we're going to start the bidding here at £1,500,000, and 1,500,000, 1,600,000, 1,700,000, at 1,700,000, 1,800,000, at £1,800,000 now, at £1,800,000, at £1,800,000, 1,800,000, at £1,800,000, at £1,800,000, any more, £1,800,000, at £1,800,000 now, 1,800,000, at £1,800,000.
1,900,000, please.
1,900,000. Thank you, Hugo. 1,900,000. It's with you at 1,900,000. At £1,900,000. 1,900,000. At 1,900,000. It's with Hugo Kopp here at £1,900,000. At 1,900,000. Any more? 1,900,000. I'm going to sell at 1,900,000. So Hugo's bidder at 1,900,000. It's your bid, Hugo, now. 1,900,000. Alina, we're coming in at 1,900,000. It's with Hugo here and selling on this side at £1,900,000. It's Hugo Cobb's bidder. It's against you there, Victoria. 1,900,000. I'm going to sell it this time. Fair warning to you all. Last chance and selling for £1,900,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 46, I believe. Thank you. Thank you. And we move on to the first of today's, the Hodgkins, the waterfall painting. Showing my left, property of an important private collector. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 160,000, 170,000, 180,000, 190,000, 200,000 I have already. It's against you. At 200,000, it's my bid, Bastien. Would you like to say 210,000? You sure? At 200,000, I'll take 5 from you. At 200,000, no? At 200,000, where's the room bid? 205,000, took it from you, madam, in the room. At 205,000. 210,000, it's in a new place. Give me 15, please. £215,000. Say 20, please, Georgina. 215,000. 220,000. 225. Thank you, madam. £225,000 now. With the lady at 225. Lady seated. It's your bid, madam, at 225,000. I'm looking for 230,000. Ladies first, Stefano. 230,000. Georgina's bidder at 230,000 against you, madam, here at 230,000. 235 is in a new place. Thank you very much. At 235, with Camilla this time. 240,000. Thank you, Georgina. 240 and against you, Camilla now. In the new bidder place here at 240,000. 245,000, thank you. At 245,000. 250,000, it's back with you. At 250,000. Camilla, give me 5. 255,000, thank you so much. At £255,000. 260,000. At 260 here. There it is, at £260,000. Try 5. At 260,000. At 260,000. Stefano, do you want to come in here at £260,000? At 260,000, still with Georgina, it's your bid here on this side. 265,000 now. It's against you, Georgina, this time at 265. Give me 70. At 265. 270 now. Thank you. At 270,000. At 270,000. Say 5. At 270,000. 275,000. Thank you. 275. 280 now. 280 this time. And not yours. At 280,000. Say 5. At £280,000. No. At 280,000, Georgina Hardy's bidder on this side is against you, Camilla, and selling it now at 280,000. Please thank your bidder. Fair warning and selling for 280,000. Georgina, it's yours. Thank you very much. Paddle number 51 for, where was it? 280,000. Thank you. Which leads us, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Head of Goethe Bone by Frank Auerbach. Once owned, of course, and sold in these very rooms for record price for the artist and owned by David Bowie. This wonderful painting here, back in the block, and I'm delighted to say we're going to be starting the bidding here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, now 1,900,000. At £1,900,000, £2 million now. At 2 million, 2,100,000. Now with Bryn in a new place. Bryn sales 2,200,000. And against you, Bryn, at 2,200,000, 2,300,000. I have you now, madam, at 2,300,000. Thank you very much indeed. 2,400,000. 2,500,000. 2,600,000. 2,700,000. 2,800,000. 2,900,000. 2,000,009. Ladies bid. £3 million. 3,100,000. 3,200,000. 3,300,000. 3,300,000. At £3,300,000. Ladies bid at 3,300,000. 3,400,000.
3, please.
3,400,000. It's on the telephone with Tom. Against you, madam, at 3,400,000.
3,300,000 now?
No, 3,400,000. Ladies bid was 3,300,000. You were saying 3,400,000. No, ladies bid at 3,300,000 then. Back here at 3,300,000. Tom, do you want to say 4? 3,300,000. 3,400,000. That clarifies. I'm so sorry, I had to do that. 3,400,000 pounds. Tom, all okay with you? At 3,400,000. Alex, you're going to come in now at 3,400,000. Tom Edison's bidder at 3,400,000. Take 50 at this point. No? At 3,400,000, still with Tom Edison. Madam? No? Thank you anyway. At 3,400,000 and selling it. Last chance against you all on this side. Sam? No? You're waiting for the next one. It's your bid. Thank you very much indeed, Tom, for £3,400,000. Thank you, Tom. It's panel number 1. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And lot number 9, showing behind Alex Branchik and Francis Christie. Thank you very much indeed. Here they are, the wonderful pair, the Lynette Yiadom-Boakye, nearer than kith, further from kind, property from an important private collection sold to benefit the Vanucci Artist Residency. They're wonderful pictures. We're thrilled to have them here. And I'm going to start the bidding here. Some interest at £360,000. At 360,000, 370,000, 380,000 now. 380,000, 390,000. At £390,000. 390. At £390,000. Any more? 390,000. 400,000. Just ahead of you, Patty. I'm so sorry. It's Lucis's bidder at 400,000. Give me 20 at 400,000. 420,000. Thank you, madam. At 420,000. 450 now with Bryn at 450. Madam, will you say 80? At 450,000. At 450. 480 is bid now. 480,000 on this side here. Lucis's bidder at 480. 500,000. Thank you, Patty. At 500,000. Let's try and say 50 at 500. 550 now. Thank you, Lucis, at £550,000. 550,000. Still with Lucis Elliott at 550,000. Say one more. 550. At £550,000. At 550,000. Patty, we're going to come in here at 580 now. Thank you. At 580,000 now. Seen with Lisa Dennison in a new place at 580, 600,000 now. At 600,000. 630,000. I'll take it at 630,000. Thank you, Alex. At 630 now. 650 in a new place. Thank you, James Sevier. At 650,000. Next bid's going to be 80 at 650,000 with James Sevier. Alex, we're going to go on at £650,000. At 650,000. Still with you, sir. At £650,000. Any more? 680. Thank you, Lucius. At £680,000. There it is on my left. 700,000. With James Sevier this time at 700,000. You want a bid, sir? At £700,000. At £700,000 on this side here. £700,000. 720,000. At 720,000. 750,000 this time. 750. Thank you, James. At 750. 780,000. £800,000 now. At 800,000. 820. At 820,000. Bidding online. 850. Thank you, James. It's back with you again at £850,000 there on this side. 850. You want to bid, madam? At 850. Here it is at £850,000. Anybody else at 850? Lucius, I think you should too, at £850,000. 880,000. Thank you. At 880. 880,000. James. At 880,000. Here it is at 880,000. Give me 9. Lucius Ellis bidder here at 880,000. We're selling it here at £900,000. Thank you. At 900,000. At 900,000. 900. At 900,000. Lucius, what do you want to do at 900,000 pounds? Want to say 20? Here it is, 900,000 on my right here. 930,000. Thank you, Lisa. Welcome back at 930,000 pounds here. Lisa Dennis, Chairman of Sotheby's Americas, at 930,000. It's your bid, Lisa, at 930. And against the pair of you at 930,000. I'm selling it here for 930,000. James, one more. For 930,000. Last chance. Say 50. Hammer's coming up at 930,000. I'm going to sell it this time on this side. It's Lisa's bid and it's against you both. 950. At 950,000. Lisa. Try 80. 960. 960. James. 960,000 is bid on this side at 960,000 pounds.
970.
970. Thank you. At 970. At 970. Want to say 80? James Sevier is still at 970,000 pounds here on this side at 980,000. James. At 980. Want to try a million? It's 980,000 pounds here on my left. At 980, it's there with Lisa Dennison. Fair warning to you now, it's at 980,000. I'm going to sell it this time. Are you out? At 980,000, last chance, James. Fair warning to you now. And selling. It's Lisa's bidder. You out? For 980,000 pounds. Lisa, thank you very much indeed. It's yours. Panel number 30, thank you so much. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. We, of course, turn to the star lot, Francis Bacon's masterful portrait of Lucien Freud, painted in 1964. This magnificent work has remained in the same private European collection for over 40 years, and it's now coming to auction for the very first time. We're absolutely thrilled that the Bacon, here it is, at Sotheby's, showing on my right, of course, wonderful picture. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 32 million pounds, at 32 million pounds, 32 million, 33 million now, 33 million, 34 million, at 34 million, 35 million, at 35 million pounds, 35 million, 36 million pounds, at 36 million, 37 million pounds. Tom's bid at 37 million pounds, with Tom Edison at 37 million pounds. On my right here at 37 million pounds, with you, Tom, at 37 million. 37,500,000 with Mark Poltimore. It's in a new place at 37,500,000. New bidder at 37,500,000. Thank you, Mark. It's your bidder now at 37,500,000. It's against you, Julian, at 37,500,000 pounds. At 37,500,000 on this side, and against you now, Tom, at 37,500,000 pounds. At 37,500,000 pounds here on this side, with you, Mark, at 37,500,000 pounds. Thank you. At 37,500,000, still on this side, at 37,500,000 pounds. At 37,500,000, Tom. Against you here, at 37,500,000. At 37,500,000 pounds, and selling at 37,500,000. There it is. At 37,500,000 pounds. Alex, we're coming in at 37,500,000. At 37,500,000. I wish too. At 37,500,000. On this side, it's Mark's bidder. It's against you, Tom. At 37,500,000. Any more? At 37,500,000. You sure? Still with you, Mark. I'm going to sell it this time at 37,500,000. Fair warning to you all. And selling the Bacon for 37,500,000 pounds. Mark, it's yours. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 15. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. And thank you, Tom, to your bidder as well. And, of course, we move on to lot number 11, the wonderful, the little Henry Moore here, the family group, property of a distinguished private collection. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 210,000, 220,000, 230,000, 240,000 now, at 240,000 pounds for them all. At 240,000. Any more? At 240,000 pounds. At 240,000, 250,000. Thank you, Simon. At 250,000. At 250,000. Selling here. So with you, Simon, at 250,000. Any more, Sam, at 250,000 pounds? At 250,000 pounds. There it is with Simon at 250,000. Selling it here at 250,000. Gives you Francis too. Last chance at 250,000 pounds. Thank you, Simon. Go see your paddle number, please. Paddle number 22. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we move on, the wonderful Richard Parkes Bonington here, the wonderful the rare work, I should say, the Picardy Coast with Children's Sunrise. Extraordinary thing, very, very rare object, this great artist, British artist. I'm going to start the bidding here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, at 1,000,008, at 1,800,000 pounds, at 1,900,000, at 1,009,000, at 1,900,000 pounds. Any more? 1,900,000 pounds. At 1,900,000 pounds. 1,950,000. It's James Sevier's bid at 1,950,000 there. On the telephone at 1,950,000. Thank you, James. At 1,950,000. On this side at 1,950,000. And against you, sir, at 1,950,000. Selling at 1,950,000. Here with James Sevier at 1,950,000. Thank you, James. At 1,950,000. It's against you, Julian, now. At 1,950,000 pounds. Want to come in? At 1,950,000 pounds. At 1,950,000 and selling. Fair warning now, it's James's bidder for the Bonington here. At 1,950,000. Thank you, James, on this side of the room. Last chance, Julian. At 1,950,000. Fair warning to you for £1,950,000 pounds. Thank you, James. Paddle number 56. And lot number 13 is next. A Vision of Arcadia, an important English private collection, of course, the first of the works from this esteemed collection. Thank you very much indeed. Here, the Sir John Everett Millet, the sleeping picture. There it is. And I'm starting the bidding here at £800,000, 850,000, 900,000, at 900,000 pounds, at 950,000, at 950,000, at 950,000 pounds. Any more? At 950,000, at 950,000 pounds now, at 950,000, at 950,000 pounds. £1 million with you at £1 million is bid in the room at £1 million now. Thank you very much indeed, sir. £1 million now. It's your bid at £1 million in the room at £1 million against you here, Simon. Against you, Julian, at £1 million. 1,100,000 at 1,100,000. Simon's bidder at 1,001,000. 1,200,000. Thank you, sir. At 1,200,000. Back in the room again against you, Simon, here at 1,200,000. It's the gentleman's bid at 1,200,000. Give me three, please. 1,300,000 at 1,300,000. And against you, sir, too. 1,400,000 at 1,400,000. It's great to see many Sotheby's alumni in the room tonight at 1,400,000. At 1,400,000. Thank you very much indeed. At 1,400,000. 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. Give me 6. At 1,500,000. 1,500,000. 1,550,000. Against you, Simon, this time at 1,550,000. At 1,500,000. Mark, are you coming in there at 1,550,000? Sure. At 1,550,000. Next bid's going to be 6. 1,600,000. Say 50, sir. At 1,600,000. Want to try 50? At 1,600,000. It's against you, Julian, too. It's against you, sir. It's on this side. Simon Toll's bidder at 1,600,000. Selling it here. Fair warning. You out, sir? Yes? It's here with Simon and selling at £1,600,000. Thank you, Simon. That's yours at 1,600,000. Paddle number 4. Thank you. And we move on to the first of the L.S. Lowry paintings. Here it is. Thank you very much indeed. A Town Square, property from the HSBC collection. Wonderful painting here. It's going to be 2 Lowrys in the sale. This is the first, of course. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £600,000. At 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, now at 800,000, 900,000 now at £900,000. £1 million. Thank you, Brayden. It's your bid at £1 million for the Lowry here. £1 million. £1,100,000 now. Thank you, James. At £1,100,000. Against you, Bryn, here at £1,100,000. At £1,100,000 there. For the Lowry, £1,100,000. Any more? £1,100,000. At £1,100,000 on this side, all on this side, at £1,100,000. Thank you, James, at £1,100,000. It's against you, Bryn, still at £1,100,000. And selling here, £1,100,000. At £1,100,000, fair warning, and against you here, fair warning, and selling for £1,100,000. Thank you, James. Panel number 41. And we go on to the wonderful The Waldgate Woods, number 2, 16th and 17th of May 2006, this vast 6-panel painted by David Hockney, of course, that welcomed you in the galleries as you came in this evening, capturing the artist's beloved native, East Yorkshire, in the springtime. It's a very impressive picture. This wonderful artist, of course, showing currently in Nice, amongst other places. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £8 million now, at 8 million, 8,500,000, 8,500,000, 9 million pounds now, 9 million, at 9 million pounds, at 9 million pounds now, 9 million, where's the bid in the room? 9,500,000 pounds. Gentlemen seated there at 9,500,000. Thank you, sir. At 9,500,000 is against you on the telephones at 9,500,000. Okay, at £9,500,000 pounds. At 9,500,000. Any more? £9,500,000 pounds. At 9,500,000. Still with the gentleman here at £9,500,000 pounds. At 9,500,000. Give me a bid. At £9,500,000 pounds. At 9,500,000. Any more? At 9,500,000. At 9,500,000. It's against you here. I'll take 9,600,000. At £9,500,000 pounds. At 9,500,000. Gentlemen seated there at £9,500,000 pounds. Anyone else at 9,500,000? Barmaid, we're coming in. At £9,500,000 pounds. Victoria, you want to say one more? At £9,500,000 pounds. Say one more. At 9,500,000. At 9,500,000. 9,600,000. At 9,600,000. 9,700,000. At 9,700,000. 9,800,000. Any more? 9,800,000. 9,800,000. Fair warning now. Last chance. At £9,800,000 pounds. Is it pass at 9,800,000? And the next picture is lot number 16, property of a private English collection. The small Gainsborough here. Please note that the frame that the work is displayed in is a loan frame from Arnold Wiggins & Sons, and of course, should you wish to purchase it, please contact a member of the Old Master Paintings Department. That's the frame, as well as the picture, of course, but here they are, both together. And I'm going to start the bidding at £110,000, at 120,000, 130,000, at 130, 140,000, at £140,000, at £140,000, 140. At £140,000. At £140,000. You're coming in there at £140,000. At £140,000. 150,000. With Tom Edison at £150,000 and selling at £150,000. At £150,000. Still with you, Tom, on this side at £150,000 to buying bid. At £150,000 on this side and selling, fair warning, for £150,000. Tom, thank you. It's panel number 43. At £150,000. Lot number 17 is property of an important British private collector, of course, the Turf Wall by Banksy, which formed the centrepiece of the artist's second solo exhibition that marked his breakthrough when he took to the British art scene by storm, of course, in July 2003, the Banksy. Sold us for you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start the bidding. It's showing on my screens. Thank you. And I'm going to start the bidding at £2 million, at 2,100,000, 2,200,000, out 2,200,000, 2,300,000, at £2,300,000. At 2,300,000. Against you, Mark, at £2,300,000. For the Banksy, at £2,300,000. Any more, at £2,300,000. At £2,300,000. At £2,300,000. Fair warning now. At £2,300,000. Last chance. Fair warning. At £2,300,000. Is a pass at 2,300,000. Which leads us to lot number 18. Again, property from an important English collection, this time the Turner, the view of London and the River Thames from Vauxhall with Westminster Bridge, showing it this exquisite small object here. And I want to start the bidding here at £260,000, at 260,000, 270,000, now 270,000, 280,000. At 280,000, 290,000, at £290,000. At 290,000 for the Turner at £290,000. Any more? £290,000. At 290,000, 300,000. It's Mark's bidder at £300,000 on this side. At £300,000 against you there at £300,000. At 300,000, it's your bid now, Mark, for the Turner at £300,000. I'm selling it here. Fair warning for 300,000 against you, James. Last chance for £300,000. Thank you very much indeed. That's panel number 23 for 300,000. And lot number 20, of course, and lot number 19 has been withdrawn. So we move on to lot number 20, which is the Edward Burra. This, of course, is the Minuit Chanson by Edward Burra, which has remained in the same collection since the 1930s. This is absolutely exquisite work. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £1 million, at £1 million, £1,100,000, £1,200,000, at £1,200,000, £1,300,000, at £1,300,000, at £1,300,000. Any more? £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. At 1.3. At £1,300,000. Here it is for the Burra, the rare Burra here. 1,300,000. Any more? 1.3. At £1,300,000. And against you there, £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. Coming in here. At £1,300,000. Brilliant. It's against you, Georgina, here. At £1,300,000. Give me a bid at £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. Brilliant. We're coming in here. 1.3. At £1,300,000 against you here. Brilliant. At £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. At £1,300,000. Fair warning. Last chance now. It's against you, Georgina, on this side too. Last chance at £1,300,000. Is a pass for the Burra. And we move on to lot number 21. Sold as viewed. Thank you very much indeed. The next to the works by Bridget Riley, The Lilac Between. Property of an important private collection. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £900,000, at £900,000, £950,000, £1 million now, at £1 million, at £1 million, £1,100,000, at £1 million, at £1,100,000, at £1,100,000, at £1,100,000. Against you there, £1,100,000. £1,150,000. Thank you, Marina. £1,150,000. On this side at £1,150,000. At £1,150,000 with Marina. £1,200,000 is bid. At £1,200,000 now. With Victoria Campofranco at £1,200,000. Give me 50. Here at £1,200,000. Say 50. At £1,200,000. 1, 2. Here with Victoria at £1,200,000. Anyone else at £1,200,000? And Julian against you here. Still with Victoria, £1,200,000 on this side at £1,200,000 against you. Hugo too at £1,200,000. Marina, we're coming in again at £1,200,000. No? At £1,200,000 is Victoria's bidder here. At £1,200,000, Fergus, are we going to come in at £1,200,000? At £1,200,000. Still on this side, Victoria's bidder at £1,200,000. At £1,200,000. Want to say 50? Yep, that's all right. £1,200,000. Thank you, Fergus. At £1,200,000. Still on this side with Victoria, £1,200,000. And against you, Fergus, at £1,200,000. No. At £1,200,000. Here it is at £1,200,000. I'll take 50. £1,200,000. No. At £1,200,000. It's here at £1,200,000. Are we selling it? No. Still over with Victoria and selling. Fair warning at £1,200,000. Thank you. Sold to you. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 40. There's a post-it note in the middle of the... Yes, it is. Thank you very much indeed. And lot number 22 is the next to the works from Dame Barbara Hepworth, the Makutu. Property from an important private collection. Sold as viewed. Thank you very much. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £500,000, at £500,000, £550,000, £600,000 now, at £600,000, £650,000, at £650,000, £700,000 is bid in the room. It's your bid, sir, at £700,000 and selling to you at the moment at £700,000. Gentlemen seated now at £700,000. Here it is, £700,000. Against you both here, it's £700,000. Gentlemen seated at £700,000. £750,000, £800,000. And against you, Hugo, this time at £800,000. £800,000. Still with the gentleman here in the room on the fifth aisle at £800,000. Say 50. At £800,000. Hugo, are we going to come in again? It's a gentleman seated here at 800,000. Thank you, sir. At £800,000 against you, Hugo, and selling now. At £800,000 for 850 now. 900. At 900. Hugo, we're saying 50? 950. £1 million. At 1 million. Say 1. At £1 million. Next bid's going to be 1,000,001. 1,100,000. At 1,000,001. 1,150,000. At 1,150,000.
1.2, please, sir.
1,200,000. Thank you, Hugo. 1,300,000. At 1,300,000.
1,350,000.
1,350,000. Not yours, sir. 1,350,000. You out. At 1,350,000. Still on the telephone is Hugo Cobbs-Bidder. It's against you in the room, sir. 1,350,000. Oh, are you bidding? At 1,350,000. Thank you, Hugo. And selling for £1,350,000. Panel number 45. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. Thank you. And lot number 23 is next, property of an important private collection. Zolder's View. Thank you, the Herman Anderson, the 21st of February 71. And I'm starting the bidding here at £700,000. 700,000, 750,000, 800,000, at 800,000, 850,000, at 850,000 pounds, at 850, at 850,000 pounds, at 850,000. Any more? At 850,000 pounds, 850. At 850,000. It's against you here, Alex. At 850,000. Fair warning now. At 850. Last chance. At 850,000 pounds. Is a pass at 850,000. And lot number 24. Sold as viewed as well. Thank you. The Simon Verelt, the portrait of Nell Gwynn, of course. And again, please note that the frame for the work, not showing obviously in the screens, but as it's been displayed in our galleries, is a loan in fact from Arnold Wiggins & Sons and is available for purchase together with the picture. Please contact our Old Master Paintings department, and I'm going to start the bidding on that note at £90,000. At 90,000, 100,000, 120,000 now. At £120,000. At £120,000 here. At 120 for the Nell portrait of Nell Gwynn at £120,000. At £120,000. At 120, 150 is bid. Julian Gascoigne's bid at £150,000. At 150,000. Thank you, Julian. It's your bid and selling here at 150,000. On this side, it's with you and selling it now for £150,000. Thank you very much. Panel number 25. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And quickly followed by the next to the Lowrys, lot number 25. Here it is, property of a distinguished private collection, this time the street in Clitheroe. Sold here on the easel, and I'm going to start the bidding here at £800,000. 800,000, 850,000, 900,000 now, 900,000. At 900,000, 950,000. At £950,000. 950,000 pounds. At £950,000. At 950,000. Charlie, it's not yours. At £950,000. At 950,000. At £950,000. At £950,000. £1 million is bid. It's Georgina's bid here. £1 million on my left at 1 million. It's with you, Georgina, at £1 million and selling against you, Charlie, at £1 million. On this side at £1 million. Thank you, Georgina. It's yours. And selling, fair warning, at £1 million. Thank you, Georgina. That's panel number 211. Thank you. And lot number 26 is the Francis Campbell Boileau Cadell. Here it is, the Cadell painting, the reflection painting. Just showing on the easel for you here. And I'm starting the bidding at 450,000. 450,000, 500,000, 550,000 out, 550,000, 600,000 pounds. At 600,000 pounds now. 600. At 600,000 pounds. At 600,000 pounds. Any more? At 600,000 pounds. At 600,000. 650,000 with Charlie Minter at 650,000. Thank you, Charlie. At 650. Your bid, sir. At 650,000 pounds. On my right at 650,000. Selling here at 650. We're seeing 700,000. Thank you, Georgina. It's at 700,000 on this side now. And against you, Charlie, because give you 50. Here at £700,000. On this side, next bid's going to be 50, please. It's 700,000. Georgina's bidder here. 750,000. And against you now, Georgina, it's £750,000. You sure? At 750,000. Still with Charlie Minter here. It's 750,000 on this side. At 750,000. Against you in the room. £750,000. There it is. At 750. Fair warning and selling for £750,000. Thank you. It's panel number 67. At 750. And lot number 27 is sold as viewed, the Chadwick. Thank you to Maquette for Jubilee number 2. Showing on the screens, and we're going to start the bidding here at 260,000, 270,000, 280,000 pounds now. 280,000 pounds. At 280,000 pounds. 280. At 208, 290,000 now. At 290,000 pounds. Against you, Caroline, at 290,000 pounds. At 290,000 pounds. At 290,000 pounds. 300,000 is bid. Thank you, Simon. At 300,000. Your bid, sir. At 300,000 pounds. At 300,000, it's with Simon Shaw here and selling at 300,000 pounds. Caroline, we're coming in. At 300,000, it's against you. Here with Simon. 310,000 pounds. No, I don't. At 310,000. At 310,000 with Caroline. 310,000. It's good to know. 310,000, 320,000 with a commission bidder at 320,000 against you both at 320,000. Against you both at 320,000, give me 30. Still with me at 320,000. It's my bid now. Commission bidder. 330. Thank you very much indeed. 340. It's back with me again at 340,000. Give me 50, Caroline. At 340,000 pounds. My bid at 340. 350. 360 is mine. 360. 360. Give me 70, please. 370, 380. 380. Give me 90. 390, 400. 400,000, still with me, 400,000 pounds. Give me 10. At 400,000, it's against you, Simon, too, at 400,000 pounds. Say 10. At 400,000, still with a commission bid at 400,000 pounds. Against you, Simon, against you, Caroline, here at 400,000 pounds. Do you want to say one more? At 400,000 pounds, still with my bidder at 400,000 pounds. Against you, Simon, here. 400,000. Fair warning. Are you out? It's with me, paddle number 83. Last chance at 400,000 pounds. Sold at 400,000. Paddle number 83. My pleasure. And we move on to lot number 28, another work from the Vision of Arcadia collection, an important English private collection, this time the James-Jacques Joseph Tissot, the hammock painting, showing on the easel here. And we're going to start the bidding here at 1,100,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000 now, 1,300,000 for the Tissot, 1,300,000 pounds. At 1,300,000. At 1,300,000. Any more? 1,300,000 pounds. Bidding, madam, 1,300,000. At 1,300,000 pounds. At 1,300,000. It's against you here, Charlie, at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000. Last chance. Fair warning at 1,300,000 pounds. Is it passed at 1,300,000? Which brings us on to the John Wooden, the Duke of Devonshire's celebrated Flying Childers, held by a groom, property of a private collection, and I'm going to start the bidding here at £80,000, 80,000, 85,000, 90,000, 95,000 now at £95,000, at £95,000 here, at £95,000. Any more? 100,000. Ladies bid at £100,000 on the aisle here at £100,000, and selling at £100,000. Ladies bid. One more time. Another Sotheby's alumni, £100,000. Nice to see you. At £100,000. Lady on the aisle here, £100,000. Going to sell it. Fair warning to the telephones. The lady in the room here for £100,000. Thank you, madam. It's paddle 992. Thank you so much. And lot number 30, Catholicism by Damien Hirst. Sold as viewed. Thank you very much indeed. Showing on the screens. Here it is. And we're going to start the bidding here at £340,000, at 340,000, 360,000 now, 360,000, 380,000, at £380,000, 380, at 380,000, £400,000, at 400,000, at £400,000, at 400,000. Any more here? 400,000, last chance, at £400,000. Not sold at 400,000. Lot number 31 is the Sean Scully, the landline yellow yellow. Sold us for you, thank you. And we're starting the bidding here at £400,000. And 400,000, 450,000, 500,000 out, 500,000, 550,000 at £550,000 here for the Scully at £550,000. At 550,000. At 550,000, 600,000. It's Haley's bidder at 600,000. Here it is at 600,000. With Haley started out at 600,000. Thank you, Haley. It's your bid at £600,000 and selling it here on your telephone at 600,000. Last chance and selling for 600,000. Thank you, Haley. It's yours. Let's see your paddle, please. It's paddle number 19. Okay, thank you. And the next one is the Gilbert and George Swear, of course, impressively installed in our galleries on the wonderful wall here in the main galleries. And sold us view. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm going to start the bidding here at £60,000. 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. At £80,000, 90,000 now, at £90,000. At 90,000, 100,000. It's Hugo Cobb's bidder at 100,000. It's your bid, sir. At £100,000. At 100,000. Selling it here, £100,000. Here, 100,000. Hugo, it's yours, and I can sell for 100,000. On your telephone at £100,000. Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for coming, sir. At £100,000. Good to see you. At £100,000. There it is. At 100,000. Thank you, Hugo. And selling, fair warning, at £100,000. Thank you, Hugo. That's yours. Panel number 86 at £100,000. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. And lot number 33 is the property of a lady, the Ernest H. Shepherd, of course. Here it is, the ratty, piglet, badger and poo preparing for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. And I'm going to start the bidding for this wonderful thing here at £40,000. At 40,000, 42,000, 45,000 now, 45,000, 48,000 £. At £48,000. At 48,000. You're bidding at £48,000. At £48,000. Any more? £48,000. At £48,000. At 48,000. It's against you, Simon, at 48,000. Fair warning now. At £48,000. You're bidding online at £48,000. Fair warning at £48,000. It's a pass at 48,000. And ladies and gentlemen, our final lot of the sale, before I hand over to Helena, who will take you through the rest of this evening's sale, is the, of course, could not be more appropriate for a sale of this nature, a variant of Chris Levine's 2004 portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, commissioned by the Jersey Heritage Trust to mark the 800th year anniversary of the island's allegiance to the Crown. This unique work has been generously donated by the artist to benefit the Platinum Jubilee pageant. It's showing for you on the screens here, this wonderful, familiar image, of course. There it is. And I'm starting the bidding here at £80,000, 80,000, 85,000 now, 85,000, 90,000, at 90,000, 95,000 pounds, at 95,000 pounds, at 95,000 for the Chris Levine at 95,000 pounds, 100,000. Thank you, sir. It's your bid at 100,000 pounds. At 100,000, it's against you, Brandy, here at 100,000 pounds. Gentlemen seated here and selling at 100,000 pounds. You want to say 10? At 100,000. At 110,000 is bid online, sir. And against you, 110,000. At 110,000, give me 20. At 110,000, it's with the online bidder at 110,000. Against you, Brandy, still. Give me 20, sir. At 110, 15, 115,000. Thank you, sir. It's your bid at 115,000, 120,000. I'll take 5 from you, sir. At 120,000. Against you online at 120,000. It's with Brandy Estes here at Sotheby's Live at 120,000. Against you, sir, at 120. And against you online, still at £120,000. At 120,000. It's with you, Brandy. It's your bid. At 120,000, it's against you, Hugo. At 120,000, is that a bid or a wave? At 120, just a wave, that's fine. At 120,000, still here with Brandy Estes for the last lot. And selling it here. Fair warning. Simon, come again? No? It's Brandy's bid. Thank you, Brandy. It's yours at 120,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. Panel number 2, thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in from around the world for our Jubilee Auction of British Art, and especially to those of you who participated in the sale. We will now take a 10-minute break, and then my colleague Helena will take you to the rostrum for our modern and contemporary evening auction. For those of you planning to bid, please now log in via the modern and contemporary sale page on our website. Otherwise, do stay with us here to enjoy the next sale, and we'll be back very shortly. Thank you.
My name's Emma Baker. I'm the head of the Contemporary Art Evening Auction here in London, and the work we're talking about today is Andy Warhol's self-portrait from 1986. It's from the series of Frightwig self-portraits that he created, and it's actually the very last series of self-portraits of his life. Not that he knew it at the time. In 1985-86, he was having discussions with Anthony Doffe. Andy Warhol was really thinking about what to do next as an artist, and collaborating with someone like Doffe, who was incredibly invested in the artists that he looked after and cultivated the careers of. At Doffe's suggestion, he created this series of self-portraits, which were the first ones that Warhol had done seriously since probably the 1960s. So we have these amazing images, which are based on Polaroids that were taken in his studio in New York. And it's Warhol in his famous fright wig. So this bleach blonde wig, which was so synonymous with his character, he'd been wearing it since the 1950s or 60s, and it just became iconic for the artist. And here you have it electrified. It's really standing up on edge. Famously, Warhol said, "If you want to know about Andy Warhol, just look at the surface of my paintings. There I am, there's nothing behind it." And the self-portraits really do speak to that, probably in the most powerful way. And I think in a way, these later self-portraits were more intense, they were a bit more personal, they gave away a little bit more of the artist than the previous ones. Andy Warhol was entirely obsessed with his image. He'd had various plastic surgeries throughout his life. So it's interesting here that you get an unabashed and uninterrupted and unidealized vision of himself. You've got a very vulnerable image of the artist with his sunken cheeks. You're thinking about the presence and the passage of time and how that's sort of really affecting what he's doing as an artist and how he's thinking about his work and his life and his contribution to the art world. It's kind of revealing in that sense, and it does have this very sort of haunting effect. It's undoubtedly one of the most important series and bodies of works of Warhol's career, and it was just so prophetic that it was made literally months before he died. Andy Warhol's self-portrait from 1986 is being offered in our Modern and Contemporary Evening Auction on the 29th of June here in London.
Gerhard Richter is celebrated for various questions that he's tackled about painting. How painting connects to its own histories, how different kinds of 20th century painting interact, and the relationship of figuration and abstraction. All of these things come together in this particular painting. It's a key moment of Richter's career where he is looking back on a decade of extraordinary accomplishment and also thinking about how to be a painter in a new decade. Cloud study from 1970 presents us with clouds on a very bright day. The sun is round about the center of the painting, but just to the left of that, there's a very dark cloud that looks like it's carrying rain. Richter might want us to look at this painting and indulge in the beauty of these shapes and forms, different treatments of light and the different colours, but I think that there were more conceptual reasons behind his painting of clouds, some of which were to do with his wrestling with German history and German art history, and some of which were to do with the questions he asked about the relationship of abstraction and figuration. Richter is extremely conscious of the rupture in German history caused by the Nazis and the period of fascism. If you put together all the cloud paintings of 1970, you can see that Richter isn't treating clouds in an old-fashioned and romantic way, but really as a kind of trope from German romantic painting and something that he wants to subject to all kinds of division, transformation, replication, and repetition. He's subjecting clouds to almost an industrial logic. And that, for me, is part of his grappling with German history and his acknowledgement that it's impossible to be a painter like Caspar David Friedrich anymore. The other question that Richter is asking in the cloud painting concerns Richter's continual investigation of the relationship between abstraction and figuration. Gerhard Richter spent the 60s painting mainly from black and white photographs, and he had also begun a series of experiments with abstraction, for instance his colour charts from 1966. And at this point in Richter's career, he begins to make a series of works that feature clouds, seas, and mountains. All of the cloud paintings are made based on photographs that he's taken, and he would group these photographs together in the sheets of his huge compendium of source images, which he called Atlas. In the same year that he made the cloud studies, he made a series of paintings called the Details. These were based on photographs of swirls of paint that he probably mixed up on a palette. These swirls were magnified and began to look like clouds. So between the Details and the clouds, you have something very tiny, seen very nearby, and something very far away, seen at a great distance. But the two images actually look like each other. Richter clearly has a huge corpus of works, and I think that the 70s is one of the least studied and least appreciated chapters of Richter's work. And I'm constantly interested in how, over a huge period of making art, he's never stopped asking key questions.
All art has now become completely a game by which man distracts himself. What is fascinating actually is that it's going to become much more difficult for the artist because he must really deepen the game to be any good at all and return the onlooker to life more violently. When you paint anything, you are also painting not only the subject, but you are painting yourself as well as the object that you are trying to record. Because painting is a dual performance. People nearly always believe that the distortions of them are an injury to them. Nevertheless, as most of them are not people who are concerned with art, feel the distortions are forms of injury.
At 300,000, 350.
43 million pounds, 44 million.
At £1,600,000 now.
Sold.
Sold.
Sold to you. Welcome to live-streamed auctions at Sotheby's. Since last year, over 30 million people have tuned in as we brought art and the art of auctions into your homes. We thought it would be a good time to explain who we are and a little bit about the auction process.
We're specialists from various departments who train to acquire the skills needed to become auctioneers. The hammer's up and I can sell it at 4 million pounds now with Brooke Lampley. Thank you very much.
They are Sotheby's stuff from all around the world. Often clients prefer to relay their bids to representatives who are present at auction. You'll see sometimes us covering the mouth when speaking. That is to prevent a client's confidentiality, because sometimes people can read our lips.
1,300,000 is the lady in the room, and he's given me a hold sign.
So what does this hand signal mean? This is how we tell the auctioneer that we're still in discussion with our client whether they're going to make a bid or not. It's a way of asking the auctioneer not to hammer down.
Usually the person who speaks to the auctioneer is the bid clerk. This person can assist the auctioneer by spotting bidders, recording successful bid amounts and paddle numbers, and by communicating any last-minute changes. Traditionally, they are sat next to the auctioneer, but for some live streams, we give them a microphone to speak into the auctioneer's ear directly.
Each lot is given a low and high estimate representing the opinion of Sotheby's experts about the range in which the lot might sell at auction. Estimates are based on the property's condition, rarity, quality, provenance, and recent auction prices of comparable works of art.
We'll start the bidding here at 9 million pounds, at 9 million pounds.
A reserve price is the minimum price the consignor is willing to accept and below which a lot will not be sold. This amount is confidential and will not exceed the low estimate.
This is a warning, sometimes given by the auctioneer, that the hammer is about to come down on a lot.
Fair warning, I'm selling now.
The fair warning offers one last chance to the bidders to increase their bidding.
Sold. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. 922.
When a client registers to bid in the sale, they are given an assigned number so that we can identify the winning bidder.
If a lot has not sold and will now sell, or a client has bid in error and there is someone else who wants to work now, then a lot may be reopened. But this is at the discretion of the auctioneer.
At the end of a sale, if every lot has been successfully sold, it is called a white glove sale.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks so much. The full digital catalogues for all of our auctions are available to view online at SOTHEBY'S.com. Please also visit our website should you want to register to bid. Thank you for watching and enjoy the auction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Sotheby's. My name is Helena Newman, and I will be your auctioneer for our modern and contemporary evening sale. Tonight, I'm taking up the gavel from my esteemed colleague, Oliver Barker, who, as many of you have just seen, completed a very successful British art Jubilee auction. Our second auction encompasses classic Impressionist works by artists such as Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, masters of the 20th century, including Gerhard Richter and Andy Warhol, through to coveted artists working today. Just before we get into the action, please note the following announcements. As your auctioneer, I may open the bidding on any lot by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I may further bid on behalf of the seller up to the amount of reserve by placing responsive or consecutive bids for a lot. Please note the following. There is a guarantee on the following lots: 113, 131, 133, and 144. There is a guarantee and an irrevocable bid on each of the following lots: 104, 106, 107, 109, 110, 112, 122, 123, 124, 125, and 127. And there is an irrevocable bid on lot 139. And lot 128 has been withdrawn. And so now let's begin with lot 101. We open with the newcomer by Michel Majerus from the artist's last and most important body of work. And we start the bidding here already. Sold as viewed, thank you very much. And we start the bidding here at £70,000. Start this lot at £70,000 now. At £70,000 now, we're ready to start this lot. At £70,000 now. At 70,000. At 70,000, 80,000, James Sevier, 90,000, Lucius, 100,000, thank you, sir, in the room, welcome, at 100,000, 110, with Lucius, 120, thank you, sir, back in 130, at 130,000, Lucius still, at 130,000, and not yours, James, at £130,000, 140 now with James Sevier, thank you very much, at £140,000, give me 150, you sure, at 140,000, £140,000 with James. Are you coming in? Bame at 140,000, 150, thank you, at 150,000, you bidder on the phone. At 150, 160, thank you, James. At 160,000, not yours, Bame, not yours in the room, at £160,000 now. You coming back in, Bame? At 160,000 with James, looking for 170. At 160,000 £1,000, 170 it is, thank you. 170 is bid, 180, thank you, James. Back in, £180,000, say 190, Bame. 180,000 with James at £180,000. James Sevier here at £180,000. Try one more, Bame. You sure? At 185 I can take, thank you, but you give me 190 then. 190 it is, thank you, James. At 190,000. 190,000, James's bid. You sure? And then I'm selling, fair warning, on James Sevier's phone at 190,000. So congratulations, that's 116. Thank you very much. Now, lot 102. Next we have Blue Black by Simone Lee. Showing here up front, winner, of course, of the Golden Lion in Venice this year. Thank you very much. Showing here up front, and we start here at £150,000. At 150, 150,000, 160,000. At £160,000 for Simone Lee. At 160,000, 170 now. At 170,000 now. At £170,000. 180,000 with Yin now. Yes, your bid at £180,000. Yin's bid at £180,000 with Yin. At 180,000. Yin's bid at 180. 190,000, Ollie. Oliver Barco, 190. 200,000, thank you. 200,000 with Yin, and against you, Ollie. And against the rest of you, 200, 220 I have already. 220,000, David Gulfred at 220,000, not yours, Yin. 240, thank you, Ollie. At £240,000 now. At 240,000, 260, Julian Dawes. £260,000 against both of you here on my 280 it is for David Gulfred. Against you both, Julian, Ollie, at £280,000. 300 I took ahead of you with Yin at £300,000. Yin's bid. £300,000 with Yin at 320. David Gulfred at £320,000 against you both at 320,000. 350. Thank you, Yin, at £350,000. You coming back in at 350, 380, thank you. With Ollie at £380,000. On the telephone, 380. Who will say 400 first? At £380,000, 400 with David Gulperin. Thank you. At £400,000 now. £400,000, not yours, Ian. 400,000, that's 420. Thank you very much. £420,000 now. 450. New bidder, Greg, thank you very much. £450,000 with Greg Bio at £450,000. Against you, Ollie, and Julian, and Ian, and David. £450,000. Grégoire Bio at £450,000 for Simon Lee. Ollie, try one more. I have £450,000. I can sell it at £460,000. Try 480. £460,000. Want to try one more? £460,000. Not yours here on my left. 480, thank you very much. 470, fair enough, at 470,000. Greg's bid at £470,000. Ollie, you try 480 at £470,000. At £470,000. With Greg still. Not yours, Ollie. Yes, I can see you. 480, thank you. 480,000 with Ollie. Will you give me 500 or can I say 490? Fair enough, at £490,000. And you try 500. At 490 I have now. Gregoire's bid. £490,000. 490,000 with Greg. Ollie, what do you say? 490,000, hammers up. And selling at 490. Sold, congratulations, Greg, 162. Thank you very much. Which brings us to 103, which is the Anna Weyand, showing here on the easel, coming from a distinguished private collection in the USA. And we start here already at 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 I have already. At 100,000 I have already. The absentee bidder at £100,000, 110, 120,000 against you, Claudia, £120,000 now. At 120,000 with the absentee bidder, 130, 140, 150, 160 still against you at £160,000 against you both at £160,000, 170, 180 absentee bid. At 180, no, I have 200. You can say 190. I'll say £200,000 absentee bid at £200,000. Give me 20. At £200,000 with the absentee bid. At £200,000 with the absentee bid has precedence. 220, yes? Yin, thank you very much, at £220,000. Yin's bid at £220,000. At £220,000, I can sell it now. At £220,000, lots of you, I think, going to come in. £240,000, thank you, Fergus, at £240,000. Fergus's bid, not yours, Yin, at £240,000. £260,000, thank you, Greg, at £260,000. At £260,000, not yours, Fergus, or Yin, £260,000. Still with Greg. At 260, yen, try one more. At £260,000, not yours, Fergus. I have Greg's bid. At 260, 270 now with yen. Ahead of you. At 270,000, Yin's bid on the Anna Weyand at 270,000. 280, I took Greg's bid. 280,000. Fergus, at the bid here with Gregoire at £280,000 and 290. Thank you, at 290,000. Give me £300,000, please. I'm looking for at 290,000. 300 it is. Thank you, Greg. At £300,000. £300,000. Greg's bid at £300,000. And against you, Fergus, £300,000. Any advance? Otherwise, I can sell it. 310, thank you. £310,000. Give me 20. At £310,000. The Anna Weyand at 310, 320, thank you. With Greg at £320,000 now. At £320,000, still Greg's bid. At £320,000. Fergus, hammers up. £320,000. Try one more 330, thank you, just in time. 330,000. With Fergus stuff at £330,000. And against you, Greg. Try one more. At £330,000, I have Fergus's bid. 350, much better, thank you very much. At £350,000, thank you, Greg, for the Anna Went. Here at Sotheby's at £350,000. And what do you say? 350,000 I have now. 360 with Fergus. 360,000. It's against you, Greg. £360,000 I have with Fergus. Try one more. Thank you. 370. Thank you. Yes, at £370,000 now. Climbing up. 370,000, and you're out. I will sell it on Greg's phone at 370. Sold. Congratulations, 139. Thank you both. Which brings us to lot 104, which is the exquisite gouache by René Magritte. Thank you for showing it here on the easel. La Saveur des Larmes from the 1930s, which is making its first appearance at auction in over 40 years. And we will start here at £1 million I have already at £1 million for this lot. At £1 million I have already £1 million, £1,100,000, at £1,100,000, £1,200,000 with Fergus. At £1,200,000 I have already with Fergus. At £1,200,000, Fergus's bid. At £1,200,000, £1,300,000 online. Online bidder at £1,300,000. Will you give me four? At £1,300,000 against you, Fergus. Online bidder, thank you very much. Sotheby's.com at £1,300,000 against you, Fergus. At £1,300,000. The online bidder at £1.3 million only, and I can sell it at £1.3 million for the Magritte. Unless anyone else wants to come in, and selling, fair warning, at £1,300,000. Sold. Congratulations to the bidder online. Thank you very much. That is paddle 42. And now we come to lot 105. Thank you very much. The much admired Gerhard Richter, showing here in the sale room here, ladies and gentlemen, his cloud study Contre-jour from the outstanding Cloud series, last offered exactly 20 years ago in our London sale room. This atmospheric work powerfully blurs the lines between painting and photography, abstraction and representation, nature and the sublime in the way that only Richter can do. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the study for clouds, property from an important collection. And we will start the bidding here at £5 million, at £5 million now, at £5 million here, at £5 million for the Richter, at £5,500,000 San Valette, at £5,500,000 now, at £5,500,000 now, at £5,500,000, 6 million I have, at 6 million, at £6 million now, at 6 million I have, at 6 million would you like to bid? At £6 million I have, at 6 million against you. At £6 million now, at 6,100,000, 6,500,000 against you, at £6,500,000 against you with the absentee bidder, at £6,500,000, at £6,500,000. Would you like to say 6.6? Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. Welcome. At 6,600,000, at 6,700,000 against you, at 6,700,000, 6,008,000. 6,900,000, at 6,900,000 against you both. 7,100,000 against you. At 7,100,000 with the absentee bid, madam. At 7,100,000. Will you give me two? At £7,100,000. It's not yours, madam. At 7,100,000. Ollie, try two. At £7,100,000. 7,200,000, thank you. At £7,200,000 now. Ollie Barker's bid at £7,200,000 now. At 7,300,000, thank you, madam. At £7,300,000 now. Not yours, Ollie. In the room, ladies' bid at £7,300,000. at £7,300,000 in any advance. The ladies' bid's not yours, Ollie. At £7,300,000, try one more. At £7,300,000 for the stunning work by Richter. It's £7,400,000. Thank you, sir. New bidder. Here in Bond Street. Thank you very much. £7,400,000. 7.5. 7.6. 7.7. 7,700,000. 7,700,000.
I'm fine.
Ladies' bid, 7,700,000. 7.8. 7.9. 7,900,000. Will you give me 8? At £7,900,000, ladies' bid, £8 million now in the room at £8 million. £8 million. 8.2, 8.1, 8,100,000, going ones, 8,100,000. And against you, sir. Ladies' bid at 8,100,000, not yours, Ollie, either, at 8,100,000. Sir, at 8,100,000. Ladies' bid still, £8,100,000. At £8,100,000, do you want to come in? At £8,100,000, it's still the ladies' bid, it's not yours, sir. Further back, at £8,100,000, do you want to try one? £8,200,000, new bidder now, Lisa Dennison. From New York, thank you very much, Lisa, at £8,200,000, and now against you both in the room at £8,200,000. Madam, 8,300,000, thank you. I just took ahead of you. Will you give me 8.4, sir? 8,300,000, the same bidder in the room at £8,300,000. Ladies' bid. Against you, Lisa. Against you, sir. 8,300,000, 8,400,000, thank you, sir. At 8,400,000, we have now at 8,400,000 in the room. At 8,400,000, gentleman's bid. At 8,400,000. Against you, madam. At 8,400,000. And not yours, Lisa, either. At 8,400,000. Who will be first at 8.5? I have 8,400,000 here. Not yours, madam. 8,400,000. Still in the room here on my right. Lisa, madam, 8,400,000. At 8,400,000, I can give you time. It's worth it. Great painting like this at 8,400,000. Still with the gentleman in the room. Lisa, give us a bid while we wait. At 8,400,000. Gentleman's bid in the room at 8,400,000. Try it. At £8,400,000. At £8,400,000, it's still the gentleman's bid. Thank you. £8,500,000. Thank you. With Lisa now. At £8,500,000, Lisa's bid. At £8,500,000. Sir? At £8,500,000. You want to come back in? At £8,500,000. It's against you both in the room, here in Bond Street. 8.6, thank you, sir, at £8,600,000. Against you, Lisa. Try one more. It's 8.7. 8,700,000. And madam, do you want to come back in? 8,700,000. Against you, sir. 8,700,000 with Lisa Dennison on the phone. Try one more, please. £8,700,000. Still with Lisa Dennison. On the telephone from New York at 8,700,000 against you both here. Try one more at £8,700,000, sir. 8,800,000. Thank you very much. At £8,800,000 it is now. At £8,800,000. In the room here at £8,800,000. Lisa. Try one more. 8,800,000. Looking for 8.9, 8,800,000, please. Gentleman's bid in the room. Thank you, £8.9 million. Lisa Dennison at £8.9 million. And against you, sir. At £8.9 million. Will you give me 9? At £8,900,000. Will you bid 9? £8,900,000. Great painting like this. And madam, do you want to try one more? Are you reconnected? At £8,900,000 for the Richter. Still with Lisa Dennison, against you both seated on your phones, at £8,900,000. 9 million it is, thank you very much, at £9 million now. £9 million, try 2. At £9 million, try 200. At £9 million, gentleman's bid, in the room. Lisa, not one to let go, £9 million, stunning Richter, £9,100,000 it is. Here it's bid at £9,100,000. Give me 2 at £9,100,000. And madam, now's your chance. You want to come back in at £9,100,000. Hammer is raised. Sir, try one more. £9,200,000. I thought there was one more there. Thank you. At £9,200,000. Gentleman's bid. At £9,200,000. 9,300,000. 9,300,000. Still with Lisa. 9,500,000 is much better, thank you very much, at £9,500,000. You can say 9,800,000 if you want. At £9,500,000, you sure? Not even 100. At £9,500,000. No? Madam, £9,500,000, then I will sell it. Lisa's bid at £9,500,000. So, congratulations. Thank you very much. Lot 106, thank you, is the Jean Art marble, the beautiful marble L'Arme de Galaxie, shown, sold as viewed, and shown in our sale room. And we will start the bidding here at £650,000, £680,000, £720,000 now. £750,000, Tom Edison, at £750,000 now. At £750,000 is Tom's bid. At £750,000 on my right. At £750,000, and any advance? At £750,000 for the Ark, otherwise I can sell it at £750,000. You all done? Fair warning at £750,000. Sold, thank you, Tom. 144. Lot 107 is the beautiful work by Klee, Beflaggte Stadt, showing here on my left, beautiful piece from an important private collection. And we will start the bidding here at £500,000, at £500,000 now, at £500,000, 550,000. So well, at 600, all the better. £600,000 with Bastille, at £600,000. Bastille's bid at £600,000 now. At £600,000 already with Bastille and Leuter. At £600,000 now. At £600,000, 620,000. Thank you, Bettina. At £620,000, yes. At £620,000. Want to try one more? At £620,000 now. I have from Bettina at £620,000 and any advance at £620,000. For the Klee, beautiful Sonderklasse Klee, showing here on my left, top quality as rated by Klee himself at £620,000. At £620,000 and any advance, otherwise I'm selling on Bettina's phone at £620,000. Sold, many congratulations. That's 106, and I will just take a sip of water now. The Stehende Halbakt, and showing here on my left, a beautiful piece, a magnificent work, and we start the bidding here at £400,000, at £400,000, at 420, 450 now, at 450,000, at 450,000, 480,000 now, at £480,000 now. I have already at £480,000, at £480,000 now, at £480,000 now, at £480,000. £500,000. Thomas by Bowman at £500,000 on my left. of £500,000 for the Sheila. Thomas is bid at £500,000 for the Sheila, at £500,000, at £500,000 with Thomas Boyden. 520,000. Thank you, Fergus. At 520,000. Will you give me 50? At 520,000, 550,000 on my left. At 550,000 pounds. At 580 with Fergus. 580,000 pounds. Try 600. At 600,000 pounds now. 600,000 pounds. 620 with Fergus. At 620,000, 650, at 650,000 pounds here on my left, for the beautiful Sheila, 650,000 pounds. With Thomas and against you, Fergus? No? At 650,000, any further advance here in the room for the Sheila, otherwise I'm selling at 650,000 pounds. So congratulations, 117. Okay, thanks. Lot 109 is the Giacometti. This is the beautiful, exquisite, gem-like portrait of Annette by Alberto Giacometti from an important private collection. And we will start here at £650,000, 650, 680, £700,000, now 700,000, 750,000. Isabel Parkman at £750,000 now. Isabel's bid at £750,000 for the Giacometti. At £750,000 for the Giacometti in any advance. I have Isabel Parkman's bid at £750,000. I can sell it at £750,000. 780, thank you, Ollie, at £780,000 now. Oliver Barker's bid at £780,000. Not yours, Isabel, now. At £780,000 in any advance in the room. At £780,000 now. For the Giacometti, £800,000. Thank you very much, madam, at £800,000. Welcome. At £800,000, 820 with Ollie at 820,000, 820,000, 850. Thank you, madam. At £850,000 here in Bond Street, in the room. Thank you, madam. At 850,000, give me 80, Ollie. At £850,000. 870 will work at 870,000. Will you say 800, please, madam? At £870,000. And against you. Try one more. £870,000. £880,000. £880,000. Yes, madam? 890, we're going in tens, that's okay. 890, yes. And now I need 900. 900 it is, yes, much better. £900,000, madam, thank you. At 900, 910. Give me 20. At £910,000. Try one more. At 920, thank you. At 920. Ladies' bid in the room at 920,000. 940, thank you, Ollie, at £940,000. Fabulous gem of a work in oil. 950, thank you, madam, at £950,000. Now we have £950,000. 960, Ollie, thank you. 960. Getting close at 960,000. Anyone else want to come in? 960,000. Maybe round it up. 970. 970,000. 980. Climbing up there. £980,000, still with Ollie. At 980,000, what do you say? 990, and I can see what's coming here. £990,000. £1 million, thank you, Ollie, at £1 million for the Giacometti oil. At £1 million, Ollie's bid. At £1 million, you're out. You sure, madam? Thank you very much for your bidding anyway. And I will sell it then, fair warning, at £1 million. Sold. Congratulations, Ollie, 110. Thank you. And now we turn to the Andy Warhol, the larger-than-life self-portrait shown here on my left, thank you very much, in the Sarah, and painted in 1986, which comes from his final series The Frightwick paintings, of course, produced just months before his death in February 1987. Today, more than half are in museums, and only 3 have ever appeared on the market, making its auction debut. I can start the bidding here at £10 million, already at £10 million. I can already start this lot at £10 million here. At £10 million to start this lot. At £10 million, £10,500,000 now. At £10,500,000. 11 million, David Rothschild at £11 million. Thank you very much, David Rothschild from New York. At £11 million now for the Warhol. At £11 million. At £11 million, I have with David Rothschild already at £11 million for the Warhol here. At £11 million for the magnificent self-portrait. At £11 million now. At £11 million with David Rothschild. At £11 million. Do you want to try? At £11 million here I have. At £11 million, your bid still, thank you. At £11 million, and I can sell it at £11 million, unless anyone else wants to come in and try. At £11 million, you look like you're about to bid. At £11 million, are you sure? At £11 million, I have with David, and I can sell it at £11 million. You all done? At 11 million. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much, David. LW47 it is. Thank you. Which brings us on to lot 111 from an important American collection, another self-portrait, this time exceptionally rare and important work by Ernst Ludwig Kirchner, the leading artist of the German Expressionist movement, painted in 1907. This is coming to auction from an American collection where it has been since 1981. And we will start the bidding here at £5 million, only at £5 million, start the slot. At £5 million now, at £5 million, at £5,200,000, at £5,200,000, £5,500,000 now, at £5,500,000, £5,800,000, at £5,800,000 now, at £5,800,000, at £5,800,000 now for the Kirchner, at £5,800,000, at £5.8 million for the Kirchner, at £5,800,000 and any advance here. At £5,800,000 and any advance. At £5,800,000. You coming in? At £5,800,000. At £5,800,000. The hammer's up. At £5,800,000 for this magnificent rare work. Are you coming in? At £5,800,000. You all done? At 5.8 million. Pass. The 112 is the Kandinsky. Beautiful watercolour, thank you, showing on the easel here on my left. And we start here at £600,000. At 600,000, 620, 650, at £680,000 now, at £680,000 now, at £680,000 now. 720, thank you, Thomas, at £720,000. Thank you, it's 720,000 I have now on my left, and I can sell it at 720,000, unless there's any advance here. That's 720,000. All done for the Kandinsky and selling at 720. Sold, thank you, 130. Thank you, Thomas. And lot 113, we move on to Kleine Seehafen. This is the Paul Klee oil and graphite on panel from 1937. And we will start here at £700,000, at 750 now, at £750,000, at 750,000, 800,000, sir, at £800,000, at £800,000 now, gentleman's bid, at £800,000 now, at £800,000, gentleman's bid, at £800,000 in the room. At £800,000. Gentlemen's 850 with Aki already at 850,000. Aki, thank you very much. At 850,000, will give me 900. At 850,000. At 850,000 is with Aki. At £850,000. Would you like to come back in, sir? At £850,000. Aki's bid, are you sure? Thank you anyway. At 850,000, I will sell it on Aki's phone at 850,000. Sold. Congratulations, Aki. Thank you very much. 155. Thank you. Lot 144. Thank you. Showing here in the sale room is the Christina Qualls, the LA artist whose work is currently on view, as I'm sure you've seen at the Venice Biennale. And We will start the bidding here already at £300,000, at £300,000, at 320, at 320,000, 350,000, 380, 400,000, at 400,000 against you, madam, £400,000 against you, madam, at 400,000, the absentee bidder, at £400,000. Try one more. Try one more. Absentee 420 I have already with Yin's telephone at 420,000. You want to try one more? At 420,000. It's your bid, Yin. At £420,000, not yours, madam, Yin's bid at £420,000, and any advance online or indeed in the rooms here at £420,000. I have still with Yin, Victoria, at £420,000, Yin's bid, and I can sell it at £420,000 only, unless you want to come in on a new phone or indeed here in the rooms. I have 420,000 with Yin. Victoria, you want to bid? 420,000 it is then. Yin's bid, fair warning. You all done? At 400. You want to come in? £420,000. Still with Yin and selling at 420. Sold. Yin, congratulations. Thank you very much. 134. 115. From an important private collection now is the Shara Hughes, You Are My Sunshine. And some interest in his work. I will start the bidding already at £170,000 now, at £170,000, 180, £180,000.
100 from Hong Kong.
100, 200, all the better. £200,000 from Hong Kong. Thank you very much for joining us at £200,000. 220 with Patty now at 220,000. 240, Aki's bid now at 240,000. 250. At 250 from Hong Kong, thank you, at £250,000. A lot of interest here. At 250, 280, thank you, Simon. I can just see you beyond the painting. I already at 280, actually, with Simon Shaw at 280, 300,000 with Yin. £300,000. Yin's bid, 320 Aki. At 320,000, Aki's bid. At 320,000 against you, Simon Shaw. At 350 now with Simon Shaw. And against you online, 350,000. Give me 80. 360, Aki's bid at £360,000. And who will say 380? At £360,000. Not yours, Simon. At 380, thank you, there it is. It's 380,000. Try 400. At 380,000 along this side. At £380,000 now for the Shara Hughes. At 390, thank you, Caroline. At £390,000. Give me 400, Simon. £400,000 now. Simon's bid at £400,000. At £400,000 with Simon. At £400,000. Caroline, can you try 420 maybe? At 400,000, Caroline, can you get me 20? At £400,000. At £400,000, will you say 20? Well, 410,000, I would have preferred 20. At £410,000. At £410,000. Simon, 420. 420,000 now. At £420,000, not yours, Caroline. Still with Simon Shaw. 430, thank you. At 430,000 now. With Caroline, 430,000, 440. 440. Simon Shaw. 450. £450,000. No. Caroline Lang it is then at £450,000, unless there's any advance here. Or online, I'm selling at £450,000. Sold. Congratulations, Caroline. 120. Thank you. And now, lot 116 is the Otara Watts. Sold as views from a series of 15 large-scale paintings first shown together in New York in 2012. And we will start here at £80,000. I have 80,000. At 80,000, 90,000 already at 90,000. At £90,000 now. 100,000, David, at £100,000 now. At £100,000 already I have at 100,000. 110, thank you, James, at 110,000. 110, 120, David, at 120,000. Not yours, James, at £120,000. Not yours, Katya. 130, thank you, James, at £130,000. 130,000, 150, yes, thank you. 140, 140,000 pounds. David Gulprin at 140,000. Give me 150 then. 140,000 pounds. 150, thank you, James. At 150,000 pounds. James Francis Fox. Would you like to bid online? 160, thank you. I have 160 online, SOTHEBY'S.com at 160,000 pounds. Thank you for your bid. Online at 160 and against you both, James and David, with the online bidder at 170. Thank you, at 170,000 with James. Not yours, David. Against you online, if you want to bid one more. 180, I took, thank you, in the sale room. David Gulprin's bid at 180, not yours online. 180,000 pounds, James. 180 still with David. 180,000 pounds. Thank you, 190. 190,000. James's bid, 190,000. David, you want to try? 190,000. You want to come back in online at 190,000. 190, well, 200 I have now online. Online, it was ahead of you at 200,000 pounds. Online bidder, thank you very much, at 200,000 pounds. You sure, David? James, what do you say? At 200,000 pounds, then we will sell it on SOTHEBY'S.com. Thank you very much for your bids at 200,000 pounds. So congratulations to the online bidder. That's number 45. Thank you very much. Lot 117 is the Stanley Whitney Wild West from the artist's highly celebrated series of colour grid paintings. And some interest in this lot, we'll start already at £200,000. We'll start already 220, 240, at 240,000, 260,000, 300,000 Ashcan. Will you say 350? 320, thank you, Patty. 320, 350, Sharon. 380, 380, 400, Patty. Thank you very much. 400,000, 420, Ashcan. 450. 450, Sharon, 450,000 with Sharon. Ashcan, we have already 450 with Sharon. Thank you very much, of £450,000. Sharon's bid of 450,000. Ashcan, 480. Thank you, 480. I'm looking for 500. 500 I have with Sharon. Thank you very much. 520. Thank you, Ashcan. I have 520. Give me 550 of £520,000. Of 520, Ashcan's bid. Thank you. Of 520, 550. Thank you very much. Of £550,000. David Rothschild. Of £550,000. Of 550. Try one more. David's bid. Of 550. 580. Thank you. At £580,000. Of 580. And who will say 600? David? 600. Thank you. There you are. At £600,000. Not yours, Hugo. At £600,000. At £600,000. Still David's bid. Rothschild at £600,000 for the Stanley Whitney at £600,000. And who's coming in next? Emma at £600,000. 620. Thank you. At 620,000. At 620,000. 650. Thank you. David's bid. £650,000. Still with David. And on this side at £650,000. Hugo. At £650,000. David Rothschild's bid. Try one more. £650,000. 680. 680,000. That's £680,000. 680,000. David, come so far. Give me 700. At 680,000. There it is. At £700,000. Thank you, David. That's £700,000. £700,000. Still with David Rothschild at £700,000. 720. 720. Yeah. That's £720,000. You sure? Thank you anyway. And I'm selling then at £720,000 unless there's any further advance at 720. Lucius, you coming in? You've been very quiet for a long time. You sure? Then I'm bringing the hammer down at 720. Thank you very much. 720, congratulations. 190. Which brings us to lot 118, which is the beautiful blue Fontana showing here up front in the sale room, the magnificent work here from distinguished collector. And we start the bidding here at £1 million, at £1 million, at £1,100,000, at £1,100,000, £1,200,000, at £1,200,000, £1,300,000 now, at £1,300,000 now, at £1,400,000, £1,350,000, thank you sir, £1,350,000 up front, at £1,350,000 up front, and I can sell it at £1,350,000 only. Unless there's any advance, the bid's here up front in the sale room and selling, fair warning, unless there's any advance on the phones or indeed in the rest of the room, selling the beautiful blue Fontana at £1,350,000. Ollie? Ooh, 1,360,000. That's really 1 million. Can you not get 1,400,000? That's only a £10,000 increment. 1,350,000, or even 1,380,000 maybe, £1,350,000. Well, that's also very true. I have a bid of 1,350,000. Is the absentee bid in the book? Yeah, I have 1,350,000. Is the absentee bid of 1,350,000. So, can I take 160 then? 160 I take there, thank you very much. 160 I have to take here. I had 1,350 absentee, 160. So try 170 then, Ollie. 1,370,000. I have 1,360 here, give me 10. 1,360,000, gentleman's bid. 1,370,000. Thank you, sorted me out. 1,370,000. Now I'll take 10 here, sir. 1,370,000, want to try? You sure? Then I'll sell it on Ollie's phone at 1,370,000, fair warning, you sure? Yeah? At 1,370,000, 1,375,000 up front. Try 80. 1,375,000 up front, 1,375,000. 1,375,000. 1,380,000, thank you very much. 1,385,000. 1,385,000 in the room, up front. 1,385,000, 1,390,000. 1,400,000, thank you very much, sir. 1,400,000 we have. For the Fontana, 1,400,000. Ollie, do you want to try one more? Hammers up. I have the bid in the room. Should I try one more? 1,410,000. You're going to 1,410,000. 1,420,000, thank you. 1,420,000 here in the sale room. 1,420,000. Give me 10 or more. 1,430,000. 440,000. 1,440,000. 1,450,000. 60. 1,460,000. Ollie's out. It's your bid up front, and I will bring the hammer down on the front. 1,470,000. Thank you. All the same. 1,470,000. No? You sure? Then it's Ollie who gets the Fontana at 1,470,000. You sure? Sold. Thank you anyway. Thank you both. 110 is the number. 1,470,000. Thank you very much. And now we move on to the first of several Impressionist paintings from an important English private collection titled A Vision of Arcadia, beginning with the wonderful Camille Pissarro and his oil painting from 1893, showing here on my left. And we will start the bidding here at £1 million. At £1 million, 1,100,000, 1,200,000 now. At 1,200,000, £1,300,000 now. At 1,300,000, 1,400,000. At £1,400,000 now. At £1,400,000 now. At £1,400,000. At £1,400,000 now. At £1,400,000 now. £1,400,000, £1,500,000, ladies bid. In the room at £1,500,000. Thank you, madam. £1,500,000 the ladies bid. £1,550,000. Simon Stock, thank you very much. £1,550,000, £1,600,000. Ladies bid again. £1,600,000 in the room. £1,600,000. £1,600,000, not yours, Simon. At 1,617,000, thank you. 18. 19. 2 million. 1,950,000. Thank you. 1,950,000. Ladies bid. 1,950,000. Give me 2 million. Round it up. 2 million it is. Thank you, Simon. At £2 million. £2 million. 2,100,000. Thank you, madam. £2,100,000. No? You sure? I have £2,100,000 for the beautiful Pontis Pissarro, an important English collection here. Beautiful work. At £2,100,000. Ladies bid in the room. Try one more. You sure? It's selling then. Ladies bid. Fair warning at £2,100,000. Sold. Congratulations, madam. Shall we read the number once more, please? 957. Thank you very much. Many congratulations. And now, lot 120, we arrive at the beautiful painting by Claude Monet, epitomizing his Impressionist style, showing here in the sale room. This belongs to a group of works from the summer of 1880, depicting the town of Vétheuil, most of which are now held in museum collections, like the Met. And we will start the bidding here at £8 million here, at £8 million, £8,500,000, £8,500,000, £9 million now, at £9 million now, at £9 million, £9,500,000, £10 million, Ben Dollar at £10 million, Ben's bid, at £10 million now on my left, at £10 million now. At £10 million for the Monet of Vétheuil from 1880, the beautiful classic Impressionist work, at £10 million, showing here up front at £10 million. It's Ben Dollar's bid at £10 million now. Are we all done? At £10 million, any advance? Here in the rooms, or indeed on the phones, at £10 million and selling Ben's bid, fair warning, at £10 million. Sold. Many congratulations, Ben. Thank you. 182. Fabulous. And now to the Renoir, the Place de la Trinité. This is an important and rare Paris cityscape, dating from the 1870s, last seen at auction over 35 years ago. Thank you. Showing here on easel. And we start here at £3 million now. £3 million. At £3 million, £3,200,000. At £3,200,000 now. At £3,200,000, £3,500,000. At £3,500,000. At £3,500,000 now for the Renoir. For the Place de la Trinité at £3,500,000 now. At £3,500,000 for the Renoir. And any advance at £3,500,000. You're all done. At £3,500,000. Any advance for the beautiful Renoir. At £3,500,000. Pass. And now we have 3 works from the collection of Marshall and Stanley Gumberg, the wonderful American abstract expressionist and European modernist collection, collectively titled Drawn Together, of which we offered a selection of works on paper in our New York sale in May, as many of you may remember. And tonight, the first work is the Baselitz, 2 poplars, from 1975, sold as viewed. And we will start here at £400,000, of £400,000, of £450,000, £500,000, Alex Branchik, of £500,000 now, at £500,000. Alex's bid at £500,000. 500 and... no, I have already in the room. 510,000 in the... You want to say 5... I have already 510. Will you give me 520, madam? Yes, 520. Thank you very much. Ladies' bid of £520,000. 530? 530. 540. Ladies' bid still at 540,000. No? At 540,000, it's a ladies' bid, 550, new bidder, thank you, madam, at 550,000. Nearer me at 550,000 pounds in the serum, not yours, madam, but 560. 570. 570,000, you sure? We'll try one more. At 570,000. 575,000. 580. At 580,000, it's the ladies' bid, it's not yours further back, thank you anyway though. At 580,000, not yours Bastille, selling, fair warning, for the Basilids at 580,000. Sold, 949, thank you, congratulations, madam. Lot 123, thank you, is the Howard Hodgkins Still Life showing here up front on panel. And we will start here at £100,000, 100,000, 110,000, 120,000, 130,000, £135,000. Tom Edison at £135,000 now. At 150, 140, thank you, Ollie, at 140,000, 150, madam, thank you very much in the room, at 150,000 against you both. 150,000, ladies' bid, £150,000, not yours, Ollie. Not yours, Tom. Ladies' bid at £150,000. 100, 160, 170. Straight back in at £170,000. 170,000, Dolly. Against you at £170,000. Try one more. £170,000, Ollie. It's against you at £170,000 for the Hodgkin. Try one more. 170,000. 175, 180, 180,000. Madam Smith, ladies' bid, £180,000. Still against you, Ollie. 180,000 in the room here in Bond Street at £180,000 for the Hodgkin and selling, ladies' bid, thank you, madam, at 180,000. So, congratulations, thank you, 963. And now we come to the dynamic and lyrical painting by de Kooning, sold as viewed, which has remained in the collection of the Gumbergs for over 35 years, magnificent work. And we start here at £2 million, £2,200,000, £2,500,000, £2,800,000 now. £3 million, thank you, David Schrader at £3 million. £3 million with David at £3 million. David's bid at £3 million for the de Kooning. Your bid, thank you, at £3 million. And I can sell it at £3 million only for the de Kooning. Unless there's any advance on the phones, anything more at £3 million. I have David's bid and I can sell it at £3 million, unless anyone's coming in online or in the room, at £3 million for the de Kooning, selling, fair warning, at £3 million. So, thank you, David. And now, lot 125, which is the bold portrait from the 1950s. Picasso's depiction of his wife, Jacqueline, from the series entitled La Lysienne. It's been in the same private collection for 30 years. And please note that this lot is listed as 143 in the printed catalogue, but this is lot 125 we're selling. Here it is on the easel. And we will start the bidding here at £1,900,000, £2 million now, £2,200,000, at £2,400,000, Julian Dawes at £2,400,000 now, with Julian at £2,400,000 now. Julian's bid at £2,600,000, thank you very much. Shirley in Hong Kong, £2,600,000, thank you for your bid, at £2,600,000. From Hong Kong, from Sotheby's in Hong Kong at £2,600,000, not yours, Julian, at £2,600,000, and any advance in the room at £2,600,000 for the Picasso. I have the bid in Hong Kong, thank you, at £2,600,000 for the Picasso, and any advance, otherwise I shall sell it at £2,600,000. Sold, congratulations, thank you very much, Elliot, 115. Thank you. And now, lot 126 is the Abstractus built by Gerhard Richter from 1987. Beautiful palette here. Thank you for showing it to us, and we will start here at 900,000, 900,000, 1 million, at 1 million pounds now, at 1 million pounds now, at 1 million pounds now, at 1 million pounds for the Richter, 1,100,000, at 1,100,000 pounds now, at 1,100,000 now, at 1,100,000 pounds here for the Richter, 1,200,000. I took it ahead of you from Emma, not yours, Marina, Emma Baker's bid. Head of sale here, 1,200,000 pounds. At 1,200,000 pounds against you, Marina. 1,250,000. You try 1,300,000. 1,250,000 with Marina. At 1,250,000. 1,300,000. Thank you. At 1,300,000. 1,300,000. 1,350,000. Marina's bid. 1,350,000. 1,400,000. 1,450,000. 1,500,000. 1,500,000. 1,550,000. 1,550,000. 1,600,000. 1,600,000 pounds. Not yours, Marina. 1,600,000. Still with Emma. Against you in the room. Fair warning. And selling at 1,600,000. Your bid, Emma, at 1,600,000. Sold. Congratulations. 140 it is. Thank you. And now to 127, the Baselitz. Always ready for the pass from 2010. And we start here at 380, 400,000 pounds, 400,000. 500,000, James, at 500,000 pounds already. Thank you very much. 500,000 pounds I have here for the Baselitz. At 500,000 pounds already. James Francis Fox at 500,000 pounds, and I can sell it at 500,000 pounds unless there's any further advance. At 500,000 pounds for the Baselitz. At 500,000 pounds. James's bid, any advance here in the room, at 500,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you. 126. Lot 128 is withdrawn. And so we go straight on to lot 130, sold as viewed, which is the fabulous Rembrandt Bugatti elephant, the Elephant d'Asie, the wonderful bronze, sold as viewed. And we start here at 750,000 pounds. That's 750,000, 800,000 pounds at 800,000, at 850,000, 880,000 pounds now against you, at 880,000 pounds now against you, at 880,000 pounds now, at 880,000, will you say 900? At 880,000 pounds, it's not yours. Give me 900, at 880,000 pounds now. At 880,000, 900, Ben Dollar, at 900,000 pounds. 950, thank you. Simon Stock at 950. Say a million. At 1 million pounds it is, thank you, at 1 million pounds. Ben Dollar at 1 million pounds. 1,050,000. 1,050,000. Try 1,1. 1,1. 1,100,000. Ben's bid. 1,100,000 pounds. With Ben. 1,150,000. 1,200,000. 1,200,000 pounds. Ben Dollar. 1,250,000. The magnificent Bugatti elephant. 1,250,000 pounds. Simon Stock. Very rare piece. 1,250,000, 1,300,000. At 1,300,000 pounds. 1,350,000. It's not climbing. 1,350,000, 1.4. 1,400,000. 1,400,000 pounds. Ben Dollar. 1,400,000. Try another 50, Simon. 1,450,000 it is, thank you. Give me 5. 1,450,000, 1.5 million pounds. Ben Dollar. 1,500,000 pounds. You sure, Simon? 1,500,000 pounds. Not yours. Want to try one more? 1,500,000 pounds. Selling then, fair warning, at 1,500,000. Sold, Ben. Congratulations. 143. Thank you. So now we move on to lot 131, which is the Man Ray oil dating from 1914, Figures in a Landscape, a very important rare work by Man Ray from his early years. And we start here at 500,000, 550, at 550,000, 580, 600,000 pounds now. At 580,000, excuse me, at 580, that's 600,000 with Ben, yes? What did you say? 620, all the better, 620,000. It's your bid at 620,000. Ben's bid at 620,000 pounds. At 620,000 with Ben at 620,000 pounds. Ben's bid at 620,000 pounds and selling then, fair warning, are you all done, at 620,000. Sold. That's. And lot 132 is the Gursky, showing right at the back of the sale room, the Chicago Board of Trade, iconic work by Gursky, and been held in many important museum collections around the world. There it is at the back of the sale room, ladies and gentlemen. And we start the bidding here at 650,000, 650, 700,000 pounds now, at 700,000 pounds, at 700,000, 750,000, at 750,000 pounds now, at 750,000 pounds now, at 750,000 for the Gursky, at 750,000 pounds. You all done? Fair warning, at 750,000 pounds. Pass. Lot 133 is the Grosjean from his celebrated Free Capri series, sold as viewed, lot 133. And we start here at 850,000 pounds at 850,000. At 900,000 now, at 900,000, 950,000, at 950,000, 1 million pounds now, at 1 million pounds now, at 1 million pounds now for the Grosjean, at 1 million pounds now, at 1,100,000 with the Gregoire, at 1,100,000 pounds now, Greg's bid, at 1,100,000 pounds, and I can sell it at 1,100,000 pounds only, unless there's any advance. 1,150,000. Thank you, David. At 1,150,000. Give me two. At 1,150,000 pounds. David Trader. Try one more, Greg. At 1 million. You sure? Then I take David's bid at 1,150,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you, David. 93. Lot 134 is the Klee. Last work by Klee. The Milderung softening. And we start here at 200,000 pounds only, at 200,000 pounds, 220, 250,000 now, 250,000, 280,000, at 280,000 pounds for the Klee, at 280,000 pounds for the Klee oil, at 280,000 pounds now, in any advance, at 280,000 pounds, the all done, at 280,000 pounds. Fair warning, at 280. Pass. Lot 135 is withdrawn, so we're going to go straight on to lot 136, which is the beautiful Pierre Bonnard from a distinguished private collection, the wonderful Mediterranean view, the Fenêtre ouverte sur la mer. And we start here at 400,000 pounds, at 400, 450, 500,000 pounds, at 500,000 pounds now, at 500,000, 550,000 pounds, at 550,000 pounds now, at 550, 600,000 pounds with Sam Valette at 600,000 pounds. At 600,000, I have Sam's bid at 600,000 pounds now. At 600,000 pounds with Sam Valette on the telephone here at 600,000 pounds. Do you want to come in at 600,000 pounds? Otherwise, I shall sell it. 650,000. Thank you, Fergus. At 650,000 pounds. 700, thank you, with Sam, 700,000 pounds. Sam's bid, 700,000. Fergus, try one more. Give me 750. That's 700,000 pounds, still with Sam. 700,000 pounds. That's 700,000 pounds. 750, yes? At 750 with Fergus at 750, try 800 now. That's 750,000 pounds for the Bonnard. 780, thank you. I'll take 800. That's 780,000 pounds now. 800, thank you, Fergus. 800,000 pounds, and try 20. At 800,000 pounds, Sam. At 800,000 pounds. 850, all the better, thank you. At 850,000 with Sam. At 850,000. Fergus. 880. At 880,000 pounds. 900,000, Sam Valette, at 900,000 pounds, thank you. 900,000 pounds for the Bonheur. 920. At 920,000 pounds. Fergus, 920, you sure? Come so far. Beautiful Bonheur at 920,000 pounds. Then I shall sell it on Fergus's phone. Thank you all at 920,000. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you. 189. Lot 137 is the Pissarro, the statue d'Henri IV, et Hôtel de la Monet. Beautiful work here. Thank you. Showing on the easel. And we start here at 500,000, at 500,000, 550,000, 600,000 now, at 600,000 pounds now, at 600,000 pounds now, at 600,000 pounds, 620, at 620,000 now, at 620,000 pounds, at 620,000 pounds for the Pissarro, at 620,000 pounds for the Pissarro, at 620,000, beautiful Pissarro at 620,000 pounds, and any advance at 620,000 pounds, all done. Fair warning at 620. Pass. Lot 138. Thank you, is the bronze Degas, danseuse arabesque ouverte. Beautiful bronze here, and we will start the bidding here at 200,000 pounds, at 200,000 pounds, at 200,000, 220,000. At 220,000, 250,000 pounds now. At 250,000 pounds. At 250,000 pounds now. At 250,000, 280,000 pounds. At 280,000. At 280,000 pounds now. At 280,000 pounds. 280,000 pounds now. 280,000. Do you want to come in there? At 280,000 pounds now. At 280,000 pounds. At 280,000 pounds. Am I waiting? At 280,000 pounds now.
Try 285,000.
At 280,000.
285,000.
Thank you very much. 285,000 pounds. Thank you. 290. Fergus's bid, 290,000.
295.
295. Charlie Minter at 295. 300,000. At 300,000 pounds.
305.
305. 310.
And again.
310,315. At 315,000 pounds. Give me 20. At 315. You can't be smaller than that. 320. Thank you very much. 320,000 pounds. Fergus's bid at 320,000 pounds. At 320,000 pounds. And against you, Charlie. 325. At 325. 330. 330,000 pounds. At 330,000 pounds, Fergus's bid. 335.
5.
340. Yes. At 340,000 pounds.
One more.
At 340,000 with Fergus, not yours, Charlie. Give me one more. 345. Looking now for 350. At 350, thank you. Try to get 10 if you can. At 350,000 pounds. 350,000 pounds with Fergus.
355.
Well, we've gone this far. 355. 355. 360. £360,000, and thank you all for your patience. At £360,000 for the beautiful Degas. At 360,000. £360,000, still with Fergus. At 360,000, and what do you say? Hammers up. At 360, thank you anyway for your bidding. At £360,000. Sold. Lot 183, thank you, Fergus. Which brings us to the very rare and important painting, Wave 5 by August Strindberg from 1901, the Swedish modernist, who of course is more widely known as the playwright and novelist. This is property from the collection of J. Safra, coming to the auction for the first time in over 30 years, showing here on the easel, thank you, the Strindberg. And we start the bidding here at £1,700,000 already, at £1,700,000, £1,800,000, at £1,800,000, £1,900,000, at £1,900,000 now, at £1,900,000 already, at £1,900,000 for the Strindberg, at £1,900,000 now, at £1,900,000, £2 million with Fergus, £2,100,000 with Alex, at £2,100,000 against you, Fergus, at £2,100,000. Well, £2,200,000, I took ahead of you. Fergus's bid at £2,200,000, give me 2,400,000, at £2,200,000, 2,400,000, Claude Peening at £2,400,000, the head of our 19th century department here, at £2,400,000, 2,600,000, Fergus stuff, at £2,600,000 now, at £2,600,000, still with Fergus, thank you, at £2,628,000, thank you, Claude, at £2,800,000, not yours, Eduardo, 3 million with Fergus at £3 million now. At £3 million, Fergus's bid still, not yours. 3,200,000, thank you, and still climbing at £3,200,000 with Claude. 3,400,000 at £3,400,000. £3,400,000. 3,600,000. That's £3,600,000. Thank you, at £3,638,000. £3,800,000. 3,900,000, give me 4. 3,900,000 with Claude at £3,900,000. Try 4. At £4 million with Fergus. At £4 million. 4,200,000. 4,400,000, thank you, Eduardo. New bidder, thank you very much. 4,400,000 from Eduardo Roberti at 4,400,000. Fergus at 4,400,000. 4,500,000 we have now at £4,500,000. 4,600,000. 4,600,000. Eduardo against you, Fergus, against you, Claude at £4,600,000. £4,600,000. 4,700,000, thank you. 4,800,000, thank you. £4,800,000 with Fergus. 4,900,000, and will you say 5 million at £4,900,000? £5 million now we have. £5 million. 5,100,000. 5,100,000. 5,200,000. 5,200,000. 5,300,000 from Eduardo Roberti, our head of old master paintings here in London at £5,300,000. 5,400,000, Fergus, thank you. £5,400,000. And Claude, you're going to try again at 5,400,000. 5,500,000. Battling it out on either side. £5,500,000. 5,600,000. £5,600,000. £5,650,000. £5,650,000 with Eduardo for this very rare painting by Strindberg, Wave 5. 5,700,000 and still climbing. 5,700,000. £5,700,000. Not one you can find again easily. £5,700,000. You sure, Eduardo? I'm selling it then on Fergus's phone, unless anyone else has been waiting patiently to come in to set a new world auction record price for Strindberg at £5,700,000. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Which brings us to lot 140, the Richard Prince. Sold as viewed. Thank you very much. We will start the bidding here at £600,000, 620, 650, 680. I have already £680,000 now. At £680,000 now. At £680,000 now. At £680,000. 750,000. David Schrader at £750,000. At £750,000 with David Schrader. At £750,000 for the Richard Prince, and I can sell it, unless there's any further advance, at £750,000. You're all done at £750,000. Sold. Thank you. 127. Thank you, David. What 141? Lot 141 is the Eugène Boudin, showing here on my left, the plage aux environs de Trouville. And we will start here at £80,000 now, at 80,000, 90,000 now, at 90,000, at £90,000 now, at 90,000, £100,000 now, at £100,000, at £100,000 now, 110,000, at £110,000, at £110,000 now, at £110,000, at £110,000 for the Boudin. £110,000. You're coming in online at £110,000 now. We all done. Fair warning. At £110,000. We all done. At 110. Pass. Lot 142 is the Albert Oehlen, sold as viewed. Property from a private collection in Europe. And we will start here at £300,000 only, at 300,000, at 300,000, 320,000, at 320,000, 350,000, at 350, 380 now, at £380,000, at £380,000 now, at £380,000, at £380,000 now for the Oehlen, at £380,000, at £380,000, you coming in at £380,000. Want to try one bid? At £380,000. 400,000. Thank you, Lulu. At £400,000, I have on my right Lulu's bid at £400,000. And any advance, I can sell it at £400,000 only, unless there's any advance. Thank you, Lulu. At £400,000. Sold. Congratulations. 153. Thank you. Lot 143 is no lot, so we move straight on to lot 144. And this is the Klee Vogelkomödie from 1919, the gouache on silk. And we start here at £380,000, at 380,000, £400,000 now, at 400,000, at £400,000 now, 420,000 now, at £420,000, at £420,000, at £420,000, 450 I have online, at £450,000 now online, at £450,000 I have online, and I can sell it online at £450,000, unless there's any advance in the room, sir, at £450,000, and I shall sell it to the online bidder. Are you all done? Fair warning. For the Klee at £450,000. Sold. Thank you very much for your bid online on SOTHEBY'S.com. That's number 57. Thank you. Congratulations. Which brings us to this jewel-like Pointillist painting of Venice by Paul Signac from 1904, which has been in the same private collection for 30 years, showing here on my left. Thank you. And we will start here, lot 145, at £600,000, at 600,000, 620, at £620,000 now, at 620, 650,000, at £650,000 now, at 650, 680 now, 680,000. Alex at £680,000. At £680,000 now. Alex's bid at £680,000 with Alex Branchik, and I can sell it at £680,000. Unless there's any further advance in the room. Are you all done? At £680,000. Sold. Many congratulations. 176. Thank you, Alex. And 146 is the Eugène Boudin, Trouville. Beautiful work, showing here. L'heure du bain. And we will start here at £400,000, at £400,000 here, at £400,000, 420,000, at 420,000 now, at 420,000, 450,000, at 450,000 now, 480,000, at £480,000 now, at £480,000, at £480,000 for the Boudin, any advance, at £480,000 only for the Boudin, at £480,000 and any advance, at £480,000, are you all done? At £480,000, fair warning, at £480,000. Pass. Which brings us to lot 147, the Pissarro. Showing here on the easel, thank you very much. And £400,000 I bid, of £400,000, 420,000, at 420,000, 450,000 now, at 450,000, 480 now, at £480,000, at £480,000 and any advance, at £480,000 now, at £480,000 for the Pissarro, showing here up front, at £480,000, any advance in the room, at £480,000. Pass. And lot 148 is the Marino Marini, property from the collection of Mrs. Korob, Elizabeth Korob, the Piccolo Cavalieri, showing here on the easel, and we will start the bidding here at £160,000. At 160,000, 170,000, at 170,000, 180,000 pounds now. At 180,000, 190,000 pounds now. At 190,000 pounds. At 190,000 pounds. At 190,000 pounds now. At 190,000. At 190,000, 200,000. At 200,000 pounds now. At 200,000 pounds. At 200,000 pounds now. At 200,000, do you want to bid? At £200,000, at £200,000 then, you sure? At £200,000, at £200,000, would you like to bid 200,000? 200,000, thank you. Thank you very much, Isabel, and I will sell it then on your bidder at £200,000. Sold, thank you very much. I know who you are. Which brings us to lot 149, which is the last lot in today's sale. The Skull of a Unicorn by Damien Hirst, which was included in Hirst's most ambitious and complex exhibition to date, Treasures from the Wreck of the Unbelievable, at the Palazzo Grassi in Venice, sold as viewed. And we will start the bidding here at £220,000, 220,000, 240, £260,000 now, at £260,000 now, at £260,000, at 260, 280,000 now, at £280,000, at £280,000, at £280,000 in any advance, at £280,000, at £280,000, all done. Any advance in the room at £280,000, you're all done. Fair warning at £280,000. Pass, thank you very much. Which brings us to the closing of tonight's proceedings. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today in our live stream auctions in London. And do join us tomorrow for our day sales and modern British contemporary sales starting at 10 a.m. Thank you all.